And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into DeKalb County, Tennessee. We're at DeKalb County High School for the final regular season game on the UCR Media Network, as we're happy to have you with us for this matchup between Livingston Academy and DeKalb County to close out the regular season. Craig Cantrell with you for the call of this one. Jacob Vinson, you're joining me again tonight. And we started the season on a Thursday night. We're going to end it on a Friday night with the final game. That's not too bad.
That's right. We got the very first game between Cumberland County and this Livingston Academy team. And this is pretty much a standalone game as well. A couple of other games going on tonight across the Upper Cumberland with these Livingston Academy Wildcats on the road at DeKalb County. A game that for the playoffs doesn't mean anything, but there's a lot behind these two sides. For Livingston Academy, you're playing for the first winning season since 2020. For DeKalb County, it's senior night. You're trying to get a win for these seniors to send them out on the right note as well. And so there's still a lot to be played for in this game, although there's nothing on the line in terms of the playoffs next week.
And anytime Livingston and DeKalb County get together, it's always a big night because that's a big rivalry, especially on the football field. Mm-hmm. Joined on the field by Noah McKay. And Noah, just remember, you can't tackle them down there.
I can't tackle them, which is unfortunate, but I am excited to have a different view. You know, I was down here the first 6-7 years of my journalism career writing and taking pictures. Now I've got a microphone in my hand. See what kind of trouble I can get into, guys. Beautiful night for football. It is chilly out, but not too bad. The jacket handles the job. We're going to be in the 40s all night long. No real rain in the forecast, thankfully. So nothing to play for when it comes to playoff seeding, but you talk to both of these teams. They're juiced up to play tonight. I think this is going to be a fun football game.
What's the field like down there? We were watching the teams warm up. It already looks like it got torn up a little bit. Is it a little bit soggy down there right now?
Yeah, it is a little bit. Obviously, last night I was in Baxter. That field got tore up. It was really in rough shape. It's nowhere near like that. You can see it about the 30-yard line on the left. It's going to get churned up tonight, but I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. We may have a couple of issues with some slips, but it is dried out nicely. I think if they had played this game yesterday, would have been in some more trouble. They don't. And you mentioned, Craig, the starting on Thursday, ending on Friday. That's something Livingston talked about when I talked to Coach Qualls. You know, they get to be the last game of the season after being the first game of the season, and they're hoping to send out this senior class in style. But DeKalb County juiced up, just had senior night on their home field. It's going to get tore up. They're not to play on it again for a while, though, Jacob, so why not? Let's tear this thing up tonight.
Absolutely. Tear it up. It looks really good right now. You got the great lights down there, and we got the full crew out here. We got, obviously, Mads up here running camera, myself. We've got Craig up in the press box. You're down on the field. Goose is down on the field as well. The whole UCR crew is out here tonight, and it should be a pretty fun contest, Craig.
Oh, I look forward to it. I look forward to working with you two. This is a team that we haven't put together yet, and I'm just happy again to be able to work with you guys.
Well, we're just going to have people telling us to shut up, Craig, so that they can hear you talk. Happens all the time. Usually it's our advertisers, which means I got to shut up and let you talk. I caught up with both coaches earlier, guys, and it's interesting. They both said exactly the same thing. Looking for 4 consistent quarters of football. DeKalb County feels like they've been in games so far this season. Livingston the same. They're looking for 4 consistent quarters of football. If they can do that, they get a win. And both coaches said the same thing. The team that wants it more wins the football game.
And that's truly what both these teams have tried to battle through, because they have battled inconsistency, both teams, throughout the season. So it is just whoever can put together 3 out of the 4 complete quarters. I don't think you have to put together 4. I think if you can put together 3 out of the 4, you can win this game.
Absolutely, and there's so much to be played for in this one. Right now, though, the national anthem, so we will step aside and be back. You're watching high school football presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Overton County Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to serve our community. Christy Key, John Godwin, and Corey Nard are your local auto, home, and life insurance experts. Whatever your insurance need, they will work to find you a solution. Visit them at 7486 Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston, or call them at 931-823-1322. Overton County Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to present Livingston Academy football all season long on UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home within Sparta city limits. This home has hardwood flooring, a 1-car garage, and a screened-in deck. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. DeKalb is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here at DeKalb County High School in Smithville, Tennessee for this Region 4 4A matchup. And we were talking about the keys to the game, and I think one of the big keys tonight for Livingston is to establish Caden Weitzel. Caden's had a great season so far for the Livingston Academy Wildcats, 23 touchdowns on the season. For a while there, the talk was that he might have a chance to break that record of 31. Just ran into some teams that kind of was able to hold him under the numbers they needed. But he's also went over 1,000 yards last week. He's now got 1,145 yards on the season, so a great year for the senior running back for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, you mentioned it, 155 yards rushing last week against Macon County. And what a comeback effort for the Livingston Academy Wildcats in that football game. I think you said, too, about 23 total touchdowns right now for Caden Weitzel. But right now we're going to send it down to the field for the coin toss.
All right, gentlemen, Jesse's your umpire. My name's Bobby. I'll be your referee tonight, all right? Congratulations on being captains. Captains means take care of your business. Fair enough? It means you take care of your business, you take care of your team business. We don't get the coaches involved. Fair enough? It means something to us as officials that you guys are captains. It should mean something to you. Fair? All right. Livingston, we're going to refer you as the white uniform team tonight. You'll be the guest on the board, okay? DeKalb, we're going to refer you as the black uniform team tonight. You'll be the home team. Got a dollar piece, heads, where we can see it. Tails, heads, tails. Yes, sir. Going to call it before I toss. If I drop it, we're going to redo it. What's your call?
Tails.
He's called tails. It is tails. So you got your option. You can go offense, defense, or you can defer your option to the second half.
Defer.
You want to defer. Livingston won the toss.
Livingston Academy wins the toss. They're deferring their choice to the second half, guys, and it will be DeKalb County football to open up this ball game tonight.
That was awesome. 40 years I've done this. I've never had that on a broadcast, and the official did a great job, didn't he? That was awesome right there.
That's the great Bobby Rollins down there, a great associate of ours at UCR as well, and a good friend of the broadcast crew here at UCR. Appreciate him down on the field, letting us get out there for the coin toss. A good job by Noah as well, getting the mic in there and sounding good.
Hey, now that's not easy right there, because yesterday Michael Dodgen shoved it right in the face of Bobby Rollins. So I had to do some convincing to let it do it, because Coach Dodgen almost ruined that for us. So I was real careful. Now, I got longer arms, so I was working it in there. But we do appreciate Bobby Rollins. Great opportunity to remind you that we got to ban train horns. This is ridiculous. Let's play a fun football. Let's get it on, guys.
So that's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's get it on. Let's play football and never play that train horn again.
So every time that blows, it's going to completely blow our audio out, just so everyone knows. So get ready for that. But, Craig, obviously coming into this game, we're talking about Livingston Academy offensively much better last week. They were down 21-0 at halftime. You were there for that game. Yeah. Huge second half. They ended up losing 28-26, but had a chance to tie it up with a 2-point conversion.
I don't know what kind of switch that Caleb Qualls threw at halftime, but whatever it was, he better save it and put it in his back pocket for tonight and for the rest of his career as a coach, because that was a completely different team that came out there last week in the second half. And yeah, got down to a 2-point conversion with 9 seconds to go, and Macon County able to tackle Rocco Carwile, after a flea flicker thrown back to him, they're able to get to him and stop him short, actually sack him on that play to stop the two-point conversion. And just a great effort by Livingston, but Macon County holds on, and they get that 4 seed in the playoffs this year.
And, Craig, to that point, Coach Qualls and I talked about that second half. The intensity level changed for Livingston Academy. They just simply locked in, to put it that way. They played with a way higher level of intensity and energy in the second half. And we talk about 4 complete quarters. That's what Livingston's looking for tonight. And for DeKalb County, Coach Trapp put it this way. It's a lot of your last time at this stadium to play football. What kind of pride are you going to have? This is a pride game tonight. The team that has more pride in what they're doing is the team that wins this football game tonight.
So Livingston Academy to kick off. As you heard, they did win the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Deep to receive for DeKalb County. Ryan Lyons along with Jesse Fouch. And you talk about Livingston Academy and Caden Weitzel, what he's done. DeKalb County does it more by committee. They get a lot of people involved in their offense.
Yeah, they do. Obviously starts with John Hendricks at that quarterback spot, but they're trying to get it down the field through the pass game. Obviously, Cecil Ketchum is going to run the football well. He's a big running back that can use his size, so they're going to try to establish him in the run game. But they got a lot of young talent on the outside. A few freshmen out there in Reed Midget, and then a couple of other guys as well. Levi Cripps, one of those freshman receivers. So we'll see what this DeKalb County offense can do against the Livingston Academy defense early on.
Coy Smith to boot this one away. A line drive kick going to be fielded by Fouch. Fouch will hand it off down and end around to Lyons. Lyons has some open field to the 40. Lyons runs through a tackle, now trying to still break free from Carwile, but Rocco going to force him down at the 48-yard line. Little trickery from DeKalb County to get this game started.
And coming into this last game of the regular season, I was hoping we'd see some stuff like that. You're not playing for anything in this game. Why not open up the playbook and throw some trick plays in there and just have some fun tonight? Huge return for Ryan Lyons. Jesse Fouch sets him up, like you said, just flips it to him on the toss. Rocco Carwile trying to rip that football out late, but a great return for DeKalb County, and they'll start on their own 48.
Expect a lot of trick plays from both teams tonight. To your point, Jacob, why not? Go to every part of your play sheet. You already see it. Ryan Lyons, very explosive.
Hendricks with trip receivers to the right side. They'll bring them in tight to form a bunch formation near that right tackle on the far side of the field, working the wide side. They run a little play action. He's got room. There's a whole lot of open territory on this near side. He'll take it into Livingston territory, cuts it back at the 30, and is going to be brought down right there at the 30-yard line. So a big run there by John Hendricks. The left side of the field just opened up for him. He'll get 23 on the carry and a Wascon first down.
It's a heck of a run there for Hendricks. He had Jordan Geist, who was pretty much holding contain at about the 35-yard line, thinking he was just going to step out of bounds, and Hendricks said, no, I'm going to cut it back upfield. Gets a couple of extra yards on the back end of it, and a huge run to start it off.
Same formation, the trips to the right side. That bunch formation, very easy to run little rub plays, little pick plays. You're not supposed to call them that anymore, I know, but that's what it turns into. A little play fake there. Hendricks up the right side now. Shorter gain, but a good gain, taking it inside the 25 down to the 24, a pickup of 6 on his second carry of the night.
And for Hendricks coming into this game, he's 6'2", 200 pounds. He's listed as a wide receiver and a quarterback. He started the season as a wide receiver with Jesse Fouch, the quarterback spot. They switch, and so he's got that athletic ability where he can be effective in the run game there, and he can also hurt you through the passing game too.
They spot him down at the 25-yard line, so a gain of 5 officially, and 2nd and 5 for the Tigers offense. Now straight run here, pulling that left guard to lead him. He'll turn it upfield. He'll pick up a first down inside the 15, inside the 10, to the goal line. Touchdown, 25 yards for Hendricks, but there is a penalty marker down on the play.
Yeah, a blatant hold on the right side there. John Hendricks turned it up right where he cut it up. A couple of different penalties they could call here on the Tigers. The receivers aren't always used to blocking out there, and that was pretty blatant. This one's coming back.
There was one in the end zone as well that looked like it may have been after the play, so we'll see who that one is called on.
Huddle there by the referees discussing, so it could be offsetting here. Just replay the down. But Hendricks has been impressive out of the gate, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been really solid, and we'll see what Bobby Rollins has to say.
Going to be a personal foul against DeKalb County. Then a dead ball personal foul against Livingston.
Yeah, Craig, they actually got a hold on DeKalb County, and then the personal foul against Livingston. Because the personal foul is after the play, they enforce both penalties, and it's going to lead to a first down for DeKalb.
So it ends up being a 5-yard plus, so it is a first down for the Tigers, their second first down of this drive. and it's a 1st and 10 for DeKalb County from about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and Craig, you mentioned it for Hendricks. He's had a couple of run plays already early on here, and obviously just trying to get that run game going. We saw a lot of passing earlier this season, switching that up here in this final game of the regular season.
Hendricks from the shotgun again, running back to his left. Has long count here by the Tigers, trying to make Livingston jump. They'll fake the handoff. Hendricks rolling to his left. Hendricks looking to throw. Now sets up. He's in trouble. Throws it as he's hit, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Tried to get on the near side to the receiver over here, number 4, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, Reed Midget, the intended target that time for DeKalb County, and a great job by Jordan Geist off the edge that time. Livingston Academy brings pressure, able to hold, contain, and Geist was able to force the incompletion there. And this Livingston Academy defense back on their heels. We'll see if that one kind of gets them going a little bit.
And the first time we've seen DeKalb look to find something through the air has been John Hendricks on the ground so far, and the design pass without the lineman getting downfield, much better defended for the Wildcat defense.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers offense from the Livingston 15-yard line. They started at their own 48. Straight run here by Hendricks. Hendricks tries to cut it up. Good job saving the edge there by Drew Goolsby, who will trip him up after a short gain, pick up about 4 on 2nd down for Hendricks.
Yeah, really good job holding contain on that right side. Like you said, Goolsby able to trip him up and take him down at about the 11-yard line. 10-yard line is where they spot the football. So just a pickup of 3 or 4 yards on the carry that time, and big 3rd down here for both these sides early on into the ball game.
So 3rd and 7 here, a possession down. Well, it's probably 2-down territory for the Tigers here inside the 15-yard line. Hendricks, again, that long count. He makes that defense wait there a very long time, lets the play clock run down. He'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. Now goes back off the right side where he's going to be brought down by Mansell for Livingston. Short gain there. And, boy, the running back didn't want to give that one up, did he?
No, he didn't. He was trying to take it right away from him. And the running back in there, Gavin Frazier, another one of those freshmen right now. And Hendricks decides to keep it himself, and a good job by Mansell, able to get into the backfield, get that penetration, and no gain on the play. And the kicking unit will come on as Caleb Gomez is going to try the field goal.
And they will attempt the field goal here from, the 17-yard line. So a 27-yarder for Gomez, maybe the 28-yard line. As they, on 4th and long, will go for the field goal, as they've had some success throughout the season kicking field goals for the Tigers. 8:49 to play. The snap is good. The place is down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. So it's a big stop right there by Livingston to force that missed field goal.
It's a really big stop, especially after the kickoff gets returned all the way to the 48-yard line. A big run to start it off for John Hendricks. They're deep inside the red zone after the penalty. And then we said it. They get that stop on that 1st down play and able to string together a couple of stops, the missed field goal, and now you get the football at the 20-yard line. Great job by that Livingston Academy defense standing tall after giving up a couple of chunk yardage plays.
And this is the first time that the new vantage point for me really going to shine through, because that time on the hold, trying to get the laces spun around, and Jacob, you can talk to this as a former kicker, they were still turning. It wasn't all the way forward, and it led, as those laces were pointing to the right, the kick went to the right.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's just a little bit off, you don't have that even surface kicking off of, it can mess you up a little bit.
Jenkins hands off to Watson, and the ball comes out, and DeKalb County has recovered. Fumble on the first play. The recovery by number 21 for the Tigers. That is Jarrett Hamilton getting the turnover, and a huge play there. Just lost it in the exchange from Jenkins.
Yeah, it's exactly right, Craig. You said it was just on the handoff there on the exchange. Nothing DeKalb County did. It was just a straight handoff to Caden Weitzel, and they just dropped it in the backfield. And right there to pick it up was Jarrett Hamilton. He just dives on top of the football, and just like that, the Livingston Academy defense with their backs against the wall, and they're right back where they started on the 15-yard line.
New running back there with the quarterback, John Hendricks. That is Cecil Ketchum to the left of Hendricks, as Hendricks will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff to Ketchum. Pressure, hit as he throws. He'll throw in the corner of the end zone. Pass is going to be incomplete. Good pressure there by Livingston to force him to throw it before he really wanted to.
Yeah, I'm looking for Ryan Lyons there on the near pylon. Had a little bit of separation from Marius Birdsong at the defender for Livingston Academy, but there was all kinds of pressure up the middle from that defensive line of the Wildcats, and able to get to him just in time to at least alter the throw a little bit.
And when you talk about a guy like Ryan Lyons, Coach Qualls was talking about how some receivers have gotten behind him this year. Think about Gunnar Block in that Upperman game. He has been circled all week. They know they have to stay with him.
Ketchum moves to the right side of Hendricks now as Hendricks, again from that shotgun formation, snap a little high. He'll hand off to Ketchum. Ketchum bounces outside, uses a stiff arm to get to the edge. Now cuts it back inside, still trying to drag a defender, but Goolsby won't let go. But an impressive run on the first run of the night by Cecil Ketchum, and that stiff arm was textbook.
He went right to the top of the helmet on Birdsong and just threw him down to the turf, but Drew Goolsby able to swallow him up afterwards just to pick up a 5 yards. So still a pretty good stop for that Livingston Academy defense, but that was a Derrick Henry stiff arm right there, Noah.
Cecil Ketchum's going to have to be careful, though. In that pile-up, trying to fight for extra yards, the ball popped out. They ruled forward progress, stop, but that's what can happen. Already one fumble the other way. They don't want to give it right back.
3rd down and 5 now for the Tigers offense. After that missed field goal, they might be in 2-down territory now for DeKalb County. Hendricks, again, that long count. He'll hand to Ketchum. Ketchum tries to turn the corner. Livingston trying to force him back, but he runs through a tackle, and he'll pick up a first down, gets close to the goal line before he's wrapped up there by Rocco Carwile. He'll be stopped at the 1. That's a 1st and goal for the Tigers after a 9-yard gain by Cecil Ketchum.
That was kind of a weird exchange there for DeKalb County in the backfield. The snap was kind of floated back to Hendricks, and Ketchum just kind of took it, almost took it out of the air. I think it was a run no matter what, but Ketchum able to take it, turns it into a 1st down and 1st and goal from the 2.
That's exactly what I thought. The snap went to him. So 2nd goal, they spot him down at the 2 officially, or rather 1st and goal, as Hendricks now with Ketchum to his left again. They've had very good success running the football, has DeKalb County. So here you'd expect the heavy dose. The snap is high, though. Now slipped a little bit as he started to run, and he won't get there. The quarterback Hendricks tackled by Munoz there for Livingston Academy and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, it looked like a design quarterback run, but the high snap completely changed the timing. And interesting to see what they go with here. The zone read fake has been really good for John Hendricks. We'll see if he decides to keep one here.
When they've been able to get on the edge, they've been able to get some of that separation, but when they've tried to go up the middle, that Livingston Academy defensive line has been pretty stout so far, and we'll see if they maybe try to go through the air here. Ryan Lyons going to have one-on-one coverage with Birdsong here on the near side, left side.
Tight end to the left side, 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Hendricks again in the shotgun. Ketchum even with him, snap high. Hendricks will tap it to himself. He's rolling to his left, now tries to spin to get away, and that's the 2nd time on this drive that he has slipped, and this time he falls down. Derek Munoz will get credit for the sack. Drew Goolsby in there as well, but a big loss on the play.
And it's back-to-back snaps, really 3 straight snaps that just haven't been clean for this DeKalb County offense right now. Obviously, we saw the one that was floated. It ended up turning into a 1st down, but now the last 2 snaps have been high. That time almost over the head of Hendricks. He's able to haul it in, but then has to go back and essentially just go down as he lost his footing. Another big 3rd down for this Livingston Academy defense. We'll see if they can get off the field.
Halfway through the 1st quarter, DeKalb County knocking on the door again, but a possession down again for the Livingston defense. Hendricks going to throw a little slant pattern. It's going to be caught inside the 5, and Livingston's going to stop them short of the goal line, so it's going to be another 4th down for the Tigers offense as the slant pattern was good, but there's a penalty marker down on the play.
And I wonder if they're going to get an eligible man downfield. I'm going to talk about this play design after we get the penalty, guys, but that was something special from Steve Trapp. I can't believe it didn't end up in a touchdown because it's just clever. And they do get an eligible man downfield because it was really a screen. So they ran a rub route combined with a screen pass to Ryan Lyons. Usually you get one or the other. They had one come across and knock out the corner that's covering Ryan Lyons, and then the linemen are going downfield to go and block. It's a really creative play call, but it has to be a really quick throw, and the official says it wasn't quick enough.
And interesting to see if Livingston, looks like they're going to accept it. I wondered if they would just decline it and turn it into 4th and goal from the 5. They're going to accept it and try to back him up a little bit more, and maybe just try to back him out of field goal range a little bit.
Backs them all the way up to the 16-yard line where it'll be 3rd down again for the Tigers offense. But again, those slant patterns in this part of the field, that's a dangerous play for a defense to have to deal with.
Yeah. And Livingston really did a pretty good job, especially the secondary, corralling to the football and able to bring Lyons down after missing a couple of tacklers.
Hendricks try to get them in the end zone on 3rd and long. Livingston man-to-man, penalty markers down, and DeKalb County moved So the false start's going to back them up even more. So penalties really hurting the Tigers on this drive.
And it was the shift for that Livingston Academy defensive line. They all got set, and then they all hop out, and just that extra movement moves DeKalb County on that offensive line. Looked like the left guard just shifted just a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line, or make it now the 23.
So they started with 1st and goal at the 2,
Right.
And now they're back out beyond the 20. Again, the Wildcats defense shuffling up there in that 4-man front for the Livingston Academy Wildcats. Hendricks snap a little high again, play fake. Hendricks throws. It's going to be behind the receiver, almost intercepted as Caden Weitzel got a hand on it. It was intended for Jesse Fouch, a little behind him, and a break there for DeKalb County. That wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, tipped at the line there by that Livingston Academy defense. Noah, did you catch who it was?
I didn't, but this Livingston is taking away Ryan Lyons. There was press man coverage on the outside, safety help right behind him. There's only one player on this side of the field. It's literally a numbers game right now, 2-1, knowing that you need a big pass out of DeKalb County. Livingston saying you got to go somewhere else if you want to convert here.
Looks like they're leaving the offense out there right now, and it would be a pretty long field goal try, a 39-yard try from this spot. So leaving the offense out here, 4th and goal from the 22.
So 4th and long for the Tigers offense. Again, that Livingston defense moving around. They're 4-3 with the linebackers dropping back into coverage now. Hendricks throws in the middle. Pass is going to be tipped by Weitzel. It's caught on the deflection. That's Fouch to the goal line. Did he get in? He is going to be in for the touchdown. The deflection on the tip ball reel. Jesse Fouch makes the catch for the 22-yard touchdown.
Man, what a play for DeKalb County. Shouldn't have worked out that way, but it ends up working out that way. Weitzel thought he was going to have a near interception off of his hands, and Fouch just in the right spot at the right time, stays on his feet, and what a start for this DeKalb County offense.
It's not the throw John Hamilton wanted. It was behind his receiver, and it actually froze the safety that would have been there to still make a tackle. Right place, right time. And how about Jesse Fouch starting at quarterback this season? Then he moves out into the receiver spot. A huge play to open the scoring tonight.
Extra point attempt coming up from Caleb Gomez. The kick is up, and the kick this time is good. So with 4:32 to play in the first quarter, it is DeKalb County 7, Livingston Academy 0. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
I guess it depends on which side you're on. It's going to be a trick or a treat on this Halloween night for these two teams on that little deflection. Noah, you got to see it all down there.
I did, and that was a very weird drive. We had negative plays, a couple of penalties, comes after a turnover, but that turnover looms large right now, a 7-0 lead, and this feels like a battle to see who can maintain the most energy. DeKalb County was a little flat on this sideline earlier. They're bouncing right now. They're trying to close out this season in style, see if this LA offense can get something working down the field here.
Yeah, and Craig, obviously Livingston Academy had a chance after a big stop defensively. It was just on the handoff. It pretty much just got dropped on the turf. DeKalb County able to answer, even though it was 4th and goal from the 22.
Gomez hits this one deep, going to be fielded there by Jesse Gentry right up the middle of the field, and Gentry going to be in trouble, going to be brought down there by a good group of tacklers there by DeKalb County. They come out there with the football. Again, that's number 23 coming out there with it for DeKalb County, but they say the play blown dead, and Gavin Frazier coming away to strip it free, but the play blown dead.
Yeah, Gavin Frazier mentioned he started at that running back spot, gets in there on the kickoff coverage, and it's been a couple of times now. Obviously, you're going for the football anytime in that pile. We'll see what this Livingston Academy offense can now do if they can get an answer going with 4:24 still remaining in the first quarter.
So the Wildcats have it for the second time tonight. They ran only one play on that first possession, then the fumble gave it to DeKalb County, and the Tigers able to capitalize on that as Adrian Jenkins at the quarterback spot for Livingston. The senior will hand off to Weitzel. Clean handoff this time. Caden tries to go off the left side, but DeKalb County won't let him get free as he kind of runs into his offensive line. The tackle made by DeKalb County's Tucker Webb there for the Tigers.
Yeah, just nothing opened up on that left side of the line that time for Weitzel. And you said it just ran right into his own players and into the defenders as well, and gets taken down, and not much of anything, maybe half a yard on the game.
So second and long now for the Livingston offense. They'll send Gentry and Carwile to this near side as Weitzel lines up pretty deep in this pistol formation for, actually it's a shotgun with him offset to the right of Jenkins. Jenkins now will hand to Weitzel. Weitzel has some room to the 35 and across the 35 down to the 37-yard line. Going to be a gain of 11, a Wascon first down, and the Wildcats move the chains for the first time.
And that's more of what you're expected to see from Caden Weitzel in that Livingston Academy offense. Able to get that open lane on that left side, and Weitzel's got a ton of speed, able to hit the hole with it and gets into that second level for the first down.
With that speed for Caden Weitzel, watching him in warm-ups and here these last couple of carries, it looks like maybe the healthiest he's been in a few weeks. He had been a little bit hobbled in that Stone game. He's got that burst back that we saw early in this season.
Actually moving out to the 36-yard line, so a gain of 15 on the play for Weitzel. They'll try him again off that left side, running exclusively that way here in this first half, and a short gain again on the first down carry for the Wildcats.
We'll see if maybe that opens up some avenues here on that right side for Rocco Carwile and Jesse Gentry. However, you got to deal with Ryan Lyons and Caleb Gomez in the secondary and the coverage men here on this near side as well, two really good DBs.
Livingston Academy feels like their advantage is in the trenches on paper in this game. I expect a heavy dosage of number 12 for the Wildcats. To your point, you don't want to attempt Ryan Lyons on the outside.
Weitzel to the left of Jenkins this time. They'll hand off to Weitzel. He cuts it back in the middle, started to come to the right side, but then cuts it back. A short gain again. As they've been running right behind Leo Cardenas, they come up to run behind the center that time, and a gain of 2.
Yeah, another pretty good job at the DeKalb County defensive line that time. The gap was there. You could see it open up, but it closed up almost immediately. Still just a couple of yards on the carry for Weitzel. Now third and long for this DeKalb County defense.
Third down and call it 7 from the 40-yard line for Livingston. Taking a lot of time getting the play call from the far side with Coach Wade Eldridge, the play caller for Livingston Academy. Goolsby going to come to an H-back position on this near side. Couple of wide receivers over here, and Jesse Gentry and Rocco Carwile. Little flip back to Weitzel. That's Goolsby now in the backfield. Drew cuts it across the 45 to the 50, spun out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. There to make the tackle is number 15, Cecil Ketchum, but a good run and a Wascon first down for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, and it ended up being Weitzel on the carry that time, and he was able to use his physicality as well. That's one thing he's done a really good job of this year compared to years past. Much more of a physical runner this season, all the way past midfield, and a big third down, first down carry for the Wildcats.
And a great job by Drew Goolsby, guys. He was out there. He was stretching on a block, and he got the defensive end for DeKalb and freed up the running room for Caden Weitzel.
So it was Weitzel, and he's taken off the protective headgear.
Right.
The helmet looks different on this last Friday night. The pitch will go to Weitzel. Weitzel trying to get to the edge, cuts it back, makes a couple of tacklers miss, forces his way across the 45-yard line down near the 44.
There's a flag down.
It's a hold, no question. Left side, again, it's the same thing that DeKalb got called for earlier. Wide receiver on the outside with a huge grab of the jersey.
So that's something Livingston doesn't want to do, to put themselves behind the chains to make this even more difficult for their offense.
Jeremy Tolleson tuning in. He's in the comments section. He's normally up here. He's normally got my job, which I'm doing tonight.
It's Halloween. I'm dressed up as and Jacob's dressed up as a color commentator, and Craig's dressed up as Craig, the GOAT.
Jeremy, he's probably having some fun somewhere on this Halloween night, wouldn't you bet?
I guess so.
First and 20 for the Livingston offense. Back to the 44-yard line of Livingston as they move back to their side of the football field. Three-man front for DeKalb County. Play fake to Weitzel. They'll dump it out complete to Goolsby. Goolsby spins on the far side but can't shake free from DeKalb County. Good open field tackle over there by the Tigers, as making that is for them number 7 for DeKalb County again. A couple of big open field tackles by Tucker Webb, and Goolsby will gain about 3 on the play.
Yeah, and Baylor Barnes was trying to hold his block for as long as he could on that far sideline and just couldn't quite do it enough. And Goolsby still able to fight for 4 yards to get a little bit of that penalty yardage back, but still second and very long with under 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Second long could be a possible four down situation here for Livingston. I know it's very early to talk about that, but the way this game is going, you kind of feel like they might just try anything tonight.
Yeah, gotta get points.
This is Caden Weitzel time right here, trying to get this to third and manageable.
They gotta get the playoff.
Psych.
Pass going to be complete, little bubble screen going to be complete there for the Wildcats. It's going to be a Wascon first down. It's pushed out of bounds is Drew Goolsby. Goolsby going to be knocked out of bounds, but a penalty marker thrown at about the 42-yard line.
And no, I think this is going to be the same thing you talked about with DeKalb County with the ineligible man downfield trying to set up the screen. It's going to back him up and negate it.
And it was very close to being still behind the line of scrimmage, but they did get downfield a little early, and that was a great play call. You bring the defender's eyes across with that motion, and then you throw the screen back to the other direction. But you just got to wait if you're one of those linemen for an extra second. It's a big penalty.
That bubble screen, they ran a lot deeper than you see most teams run it. You don't see that too often, so a little bit of a wrinkle there from Livingston Academy.
So it's going to back them up again, and that's a big one because they had the first down, had a big gain on it, obviously, and now with 19 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, behind the sticks yet again, and still second down.
Yeah, 2nd and 21 now for the Livingston offense as they scrimmage from their own 43-yard line as that big play taken away by the penalty marker. 19 seconds to play in the quarter. Could be the last play of the quarter. Jenkins, short drop from the shotgun formation. He'll throw it on the far side. Going to be caught there by Goolsby. Short gain. He'll step out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and a good job by Goolsby, able to toe tap on that far sideline. It's zipped in there by Jenkins. Makes a nice catch, but it's still 3rd and long. And you said it, though, here close to midfield, depending on how much yardage you pick up here, if you make it 4th and 8, 4th and 6, and you're into DeKalb County territory, you may think about going for it.
I'm a little surprised that he didn't take the shot to Rocco Carwile. He had a step on the corner. It would have been a tough throw, but you're way back. You need a big play. I wonder if that's one that they may go back to later on in this game.
3rd down and 17 for the Livingston offense now from their own 47-yard line. Jenkins with a blitz coming from DeKalb County. Pressure. Jenkins steps up, tries to roll away from it. Adrian throws on the run downfield, going to be intercepted. DeKalb County with the interception. That's number 1. Ryan Lyons gained the 2nd turnover of the night for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's all because of that pressure off the edge from that right side. Immediately, Jenkins is rushed out of the pocket. It gets uncomfortable, has to throw across his body, and there's Ryan Lyons in the back end of the defense. If you're going to test him, he's going to make you pay. The interception for Lyons, and here comes that DeKalb County offense yet again. Pretty much led by Ryan Lyons. We'll see if he's able to get involved in the offense this drive.
I know that it's not the season DeKalb County wants. Ryan Lyons starts on every team in this region. He is an absolute athlete, and what a catch for him to make and get his foot inbounds on the sideline. It's almost like a punt for Livingston, but it's a momentum-changing play.
1st and 10 for the Tigers offense as they'll line it up at the 22-yard line. Hendricks will quarterback run all the way. Hendricks cuts it back, can't get away from Jordan Geist. Short gain on the play for Geist as he'll pick up 3, and that will end the first quarter. But looking at that, we'll talk about it when we come back, as that's going to end the first quarter with DeKalb County leading by a score of 7-0. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Eminet's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 136 acres with panoramic mountain views. This piece of land is just a short drive from Sunset and Willow Grove Marina. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends November 6th at 10 a.m. Eminet's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique. It's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Back here at DeKalb County High School in Smithville, Tennessee, the final regular season football game for these two teams. Their season comes to a close tonight, so they're trying to go into the postseason on a good note. Right now, DeKalb County is leading Livingston 7-0. I think that's the first time we've seen a blitz from their defense. That's what I wanted to talk about, and that really influenced that play by Livingston.
Yeah, and obviously we've seen that from DeKalb County. They've brought pressure a couple of times. It was really big in getting that stop and forcing the interception for the DeKalb County defense on that last play. They were out on the field. Livingston brings some pressure, and they're lined up in the box yet again here with the bunched formation.
2nd down and 7 for the Tigers offense to begin this second quarter. Hendricks. Long count again. Again, he makes that defense wait, and that's got to be kind of tough on you having to stand there for 15, 20 seconds in that stance. Play fake, whistle stop play, and a false start against DeKalb County.
It was the receiver on the far side, and right in front of him was Rocco Carwile just pointing at him right away. And you said it, you're going with that hard count and that long wait. Well, the offense also has to wait, and they get a little bit jittery on that far sideline and shift just a little bit. And as Noah, he's the third commentator. He's the sideline reporter. He's also doing scoreboard tonight, so bear with us on the score. It is not official.
The clock is very
unofficial.
But it's on the screen.
But
so.
it is there.
It is a general
It's
idea.
within the range.
It's within the margin of error if you're doing a poll.
It's close. At least have an idea of where we're at in the quarter.
False start penalty backs DeKalb County up behind the chains to set up a 2nd and 12. Hendricks, straight drop. They want to set up a little flare pattern. Going to be caught on this near side to the 30. Gets a block at the 35 to the 40. Across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Penalty markers thrown behind the play, though, as the catch made by DeKalb County's number 23. That is Devin Frazier.
I don't like this one at all.
That was a
super
like late flag.
Well, it came in from the back judge. They're either going to get a block in the back or a blindside block on Ryan Lyons.
Right.
I don't like it at all, but there was 2 flags. Yeah, this is a great decision.
Okay.
A really good job.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Lyons comes back, and I get from the back judge perspective how it can look like it was a blindside block. It was not. He came in clean and got the block. And that play, guys, is the Ryan Lyons effect. You saw 3 defensive backs drop with Lyons, left the underneath pattern wide open.
I was just going to say, there was absolutely nobody over there. It almost just looked like the Livingston defense just kind of forgot about that underneath pattern there and the little dump-off route, and able to find him for a big gain. Did Gavin Frazier, and a really good block by Lyons as well to spring him free closer to midfield.
And a point of emphasis for Livingston, make them drive down the field. If you let Ryan Lyons behind you, you can't do that, but that's going to be there tonight for DeKalb County.
Yep.
First down for the Tigers. They move it all the way up to the 48 with that play. Play action again by Hendricks. Hendricks seam pattern going to be off the hands of the wide receiver and incomplete. Hit number 1, Ryan Lyons, in the hands, but bounced away from him a little bit behind him. Had to reach back to try to make a play, but one he could have caught.
Yep, just had to turn to his side just a little bit, and that's one he expects to catch 9 times, 10 times out of 10, and that's the one time he ends up dropping it. And the Livingston defense right on him as well to at least be in the area. Couldn't quite haul it in.
One thing I'm watching is every play, what is the offensive and defensive line doing? Right now, Livingston getting the penetration into the backfield. That'll be something to watch moving forward.
Wildcats going with 4 defensive backs now as they've dropped a linebacker back and brought in a defensive back. Hendricks called run all the way, and he's tripped up. Tackle for a loss by Livingston Academy. That is number 44, Jordan Geist, there to wrap him up for a loss. It's a run play, so no sack, but a tackle for a loss of 2.
He absolutely exploded off the line of scrimmage, and Noah just mentioned it. Livingston Academy winning that line of scrimmage right now, and immediately Jordan Geist was into the backfield and able to chase him down. It was a run for Hendricks, but he couldn't get away from him as Geist was just already there.
And a bit of an awkward fall for Hendricks on the tackle. He's a little bit limp as he jogs back towards the huddle, and Geist that time, they've run that play about 4 times and getting about 7-8 yards of play. He says forget it and just shoots through the gap to make the stop.
How many times have these offenses been behind the sticks now?
3rd down and 12 here for DeKalb County. Hendricks sets them quickly this time. Little pressure by Cardenas. Hendricks steps up in the pocket, now trying to roll out. He's in trouble, still trying to get away. Hendricks going to be can't be tripped up there. He'll get free and take it across midfield. Finally pushed out of bounds over on this near side by Marius Birdsong. But what a play by John Hendricks. He had a chance to be tackled twice, just wouldn't go down, and takes it for a positive gain.
That's a really good job, because now you put yourself in territory where you can go for it here. 4th down and 4. You're in Livingston's half, and you don't really want to punt this one away. You already got a 7-0 lead. That's a huge gain there for John Hendricks.
There is no playoff seating on the line tonight. You
Absolutely.
lay it all on the table. You go for this 100 out of 100 times.
And that's what Steve Trapp, he'll do that just with a game that's a playoff
Right.
game. He loves to take chances.
Taking some time to get this play call in. Play clock at 15 right now. They may be using a timeout.
They are going to take the timeout with 4th down and 4 coming up for the Tigers offense. 10-17 to play in the first half. DeKalb County leads it 7-0. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
DeKalb County Coach Steve Trapp wanting everyone to be on the same page on this 4th down play, and I know it's early, but this is a big play right here for both these teams.
Absolutely is, and especially for Livingston Academy's defense. They've played fairly well for the most part tonight, and even with the touchdown on the board, that was a pass that should have been intercepted. It was in the hands of Caden Weitzel, just couldn't haul it in. Jesse Fouch able to take it, and then even if they're able to tackle him, it's still Livingston football because it was 4th and goal from the 22, but he's able to find his way into the end zone, and so we'll see what the Livingston Academy defense can do here. DeKalb County's offense, though, been able to move the football for the most part.
4th down and 4. Lions man-to-man coverage over on this near side by Marius Birdsong. They'll hand it on the end around 2 Lions. Lions now will cut it up, and he will be stopped short, tackled for a loss by Livingston Academy. That is Drew Goolsby that wrapped him up, and Livingston going to take over on downs.
That was a really good job by Drew Goolsby, just staying in contain the whole time. Lions tries to cut it up the field. Goolsby, he actually got pushed in the back as he goes to make that tackle, gets down to his ankles and still able to bring him down. A tremendous tackle, and now Livingston Academy's got it in great starting field position.
I actually really like that play call for Steve Trapp, and I think Ryan Lyon's going to wish that he just kept going, tried to cut it up, feeling that little bit of pressure from the edge. He wins a foot race with everybody on the field tonight, but a big stop for Livingston's defense.
Wildcats take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line as they finally have a little breathing room. Does this Livingston Academy offense as they try to get something going here on this chilly night in Smithville on a Halloween night. 3-man front from DeKalb County. Jenkins will hand off to Weitzel, and Weitzel going to slip and fall for a loss of 1, and that we talked about the wet field early. I think it has come into play with both these teams a little bit tonight.
Yeah, and Matthew Slade just got a huge pancake block on that right side of the line as well, so it opened up a little bit of an avenue there, but you said it just kind of slips up in the backfield there. The temperature's been dropping here these last couple of weeks. It's been pretty chilly these last 2 weeks of the regular season, and it has continued here tonight.
And the field is holding up fairly well, but there's pockets and little divots in it, and you're seeing that make its presence felt.
2nd and 11 for the Wildcats offense. The fake to Weitzel. Slant thrown behind Carwile, deflected away and almost intercepted. Man getting his hands on it again is Jesse Fouch. And Fouch with a chance to pick one off there, but it just bounces away from it.
Yeah, just a little bit behind Rocco Carwile that time, and that is one of those hospital balls as well, as he was in about 4 different defenders. If he hauls that in, he's taking an absolute lick. And Carwile, he still took one.
But Mike linebacker got him some on that one. The ball was already out, but oh my goodness, that was a shot in the middle of the field. Holy smokes, this tackle football tonight.
Trip receivers to the left side for the Livingston offense. Weitzel to the right of Jenkins. DeKalb County jumping everywhere on defense. They're showing blitz. They come up the middle. Pressure here. Jenkins throws near side. Going to be incomplete. Tried to hit Gentry on the out. Had to throw it before he wanted to. Gentry just couldn't get out of the break quick enough, but a penalty marker going to be thrown on the play.
Roughing the passer going against DeKalb County. A huge penalty. It's going to move the chains. And that was not a bad ball for Adrian Jenkins, but again, a little slip coming out of the break on the route for the receiver. But new life for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, just threw it to where only his receiver could get to it. Just a little too far out in front, like you said. Just a little slip there for Gentry, the intended target. But DeKalb County's defense getting into Jenkins a little too much there in the backfield afterwards. And free first down here for the Wildcats.
Moves the ball down to the 39-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Livingston. Watzel to the left of Jenkins. Livingston's offense, they always look to that far side to get the play call. It's always called from there. And Coach Eldridge, he's actually on the field tonight. He's usually up in the booth to call plays, but he's moved down to the sideline tonight to call the plays as Jenkins goes down to his offensive line to relay the play call. They'll hand off to Watzel. Watzel bouncing free on the inside. Caden across to the 35, down to the 31, maybe the 32-yard lines where they say he stopped just short of the first down.
It was such a patient run for Caden Weitzel. He bounces left initially. Nothing's there. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. He gets cut off and just kind of squirts up the middle and able to make 8 yards out of after what looked like he may have been taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The patience and kind of agility of Caden Weitzel is really impressive at field level. He had a couple of really quick steps in there that he had to have. It found him a little bit of extra time to weave through traffic. He's a really smart runner of the football.
2nd and 2 now for the Livingston offense as they've got something working on this drive after being helped by that roughing the passer penalty as Jenkins from the shotgun. Jenkins wants to throw. He'll go deep down the sideline. Man's open, but it's overthrown and incomplete as he tried to get it to Baylor Barnes streaking down the sideline. Good hit applied over there by number 15 for DeKalb County. That is Cecil Ketchum, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, just a little pump and go there to the short side receiver, then looking over the top to Ketchum. Ketchum didn't bite on it the whole time. Gave him a pretty good hit, and like you said, over the head anyways of the intended target and out of bounds.
Great coverage by Cecil Ketchum, and Adrian Jenkins, a couple now, needs a little bit more zip on some of these passes. If he puts that on a line drive into the receiver, it's a catch and one cut, maybe a touchdown.
3rd and 2 now for Livingston. Definitely in 2-down territory here if they can't convert on this 3rd down. Jenkins with Barnes and Gentry to the right side. They'll hand off to Watzel. Watzel finds some open field to the 25, to the 20. Watzel down the sideline will cut it back. He's going to be stopped inside the 10-yard line down near the 9. That's a Wascon first down. It also will move Livingston into the Twin Lakes Tractor red zone and set up a 1st and goal for the Wildcats, I believe.
And that's exactly what it should. There is a flag down on the field inside the – or sorry, that's the football. That is not a flag.
There's a bunch of divots in footballs and a discolored field. You guys, good luck telling what's a flag and what's not.
But a good job by Livingston Academy. You need 2 yards, give it to 12. He's able to get the 2 yards and then some, and it sets you up deep inside the 10 now.
It is a 1st and goal at the 9. The handoff goes to Watzel again. Watzel just running behind Mansell going straight up the middle, and Mansell just kind of moving that defender back and falling on top of him, and so does Watzel.
Got some good push from that right side of the line that time, and he just falls right behind for a couple of yards. It gets down to about that 7-yard line, maybe the 6, and have another couple of chances here to try to get those 7 points on the board.
So it's 2nd and goal. They'll give him a gain of 2 down to the 7-yard line. As Watzel will see Goolsby come into the backfield to join him there.
It's Wildcat time for the Wildcats.
It will be
speed option. Watch the speed option here to the right side.
Goolsby running the Wildcat. They did score off of that against Bacon County last week. Goolsby will fake it to Watzel. Drew will keep it. Turns it up the middle of the field. He'll get near the goal line, but stop short. They'll say his knee went down to about the 3. So a gain of 4 on the first carry of the night by Drew Goolsby.
Yeah, and they spot him even closer to about that 4-yard line. So still a pretty good chunk of yardage to go before getting to that goal line. And for right now, Goolsby and Weitzel are going to stay out there in the backfield.
And I think when you know you're being on the ground in this spot, you're not going to throw it. This gives you your most options that you have as an offensive play caller because Adrian Jenkins is not going to run to protect that head. So I think that's why you see this down here in the red area. It wouldn't surprise me if we see a timeout here for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, play clock already down to 9.
Livingston brings in another offensive lineman. They go jumbo to the left side with Burchett coming in to move to that left tackle spot. Goolsby just going to run off the hip of Burchett. He'll dive at the goal line. He'll score the touchdown for Livingston Academy. 4-yard touchdown run, Drew Goolsby, to get the Wildcats on the board.
Yeah, really big answer there for Drew Goolsby. Was supposed to cut it behind his lineman, just decides to bounce it outside and able to get in over a defender, but there is a flag down. And they're going to have a conversation about it, and Livingston doesn't look too happy.
This is really interesting to what this call is about to be, guys. Is that hurtling into the end zone?
Shouldn't be.
Touchdown counts. After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct against Livingston Academy.
So somebody may have said something. That's what you think of immediately.
It sounded like it was called on Drew Goolsby. So, yeah, must have said something afterwards.
And they're going to take it on the kickoff. So trying to get the field position out of it. Big run, though, and a great vision cut for Drew Goolsby. He puts his foot in the ground, goes to the left. Supposed to be up the middle on that play.
Right.
Goes away from the blockers and gets in for 6.
And, Craig, you've seen this team all season long. In the last few weeks, they've gone away from the kicking game pretty much completely and essentially just started going for 2 in these spots.
They have, and they're going to do that again. They keep the offense out there. They bring Adrian Jenkins back in, and again, it was a 2-point conversion stop last week by Macon County that held on to the win for the Tigers, and Jenkins going to go under center for the first time tonight. Goolsby and Weitzel behind him in the I formation. Weitzel will go behind Goolsby, and Weitzel is in for the 2-point conversion, and the Wildcats take the lead with 6:16 to play in the first half. Livingston 8, DeKalb County 7. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate proudly presents new level building lots in Baxter. Lots range in size from 0.69 acres to 1.6 acres with water, electric, and Twin Lakes fiber internet at the road. Each lot is approved for a 3-bedroom septic system. Get started today on building your dreams. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more details.
Livingston Academy takes their first lead of the night at 8-7 over DeKalb County after the 2-point conversion run by Caden Weitzel. Our presenting sponsor, Overton County Farm Bureau. We really appreciate them helping bring these Livingston Academy DeKalb County broadcasts like this to everyone in the Upper Cumberland area.
Yeah, been a long time running sponsor here at UCR as well. Really appreciate their partnership with us. And going to have football. Basketball is just a couple of weeks away.
Can I talk about that real
Absolutely.
quick? We're talking about Christy Key and Overton County Farm Bureau. They've been with us since this thing was gaming headsets and iPads, and obviously it's a little different now as I'm talking to you from a sideline. These are great local folks. They've been with us from the beginning. We so appreciate their sponsorship, long running, but it's because we believe in what they're doing, they believe in what we're doing, and supporting the student athletes. So thank you to the entire team at Overton County Farm Bureau, and if you need their services in Overton County, make sure you check them out.
So Coy Smith to kick off. DeKalb County thinks it's going to be a short kick. Smith will boot this one to Lyons on the far side. Lyons now will fake the reverse. Lyons going to keep it. Lyons has some open field to midfield. Lyons speed to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. He'll outrun Logan Sales. He'll return that kick for a touchdown from 61 yards. No flags on the play. Kick return touchdown for Ryan Lyons.
Yeah, that's what he can do. He can make the game different at any point in time. And just that fake flip, they did it to start off the game to Fouch. Fouch gave it to Lyons. Lyons fakes it to Fouch that time. And the seas just parted pretty much right at midfield. A couple of great blocks for DeKalb County, and just like that, back on top.
All football is trying to trick the other team. That's all it is at all times, whether it's a trick play or whether it's a run up the middle, and that's exactly what Steve Trapp and this coaching staff just did. They tricked the other team, and Ryan Lyons, that's elite breakaway speed by number 1 in black and gold.
And it looked like they were going to kick the extra point, but now they're going to actually try the 2-point conversion as they bring the offense out there.
Very smart, because you're only up 5, and you know Livingston is going to go for 2 every time. So it feels like chasing points, but mathematically they need 2s from here on out.
So John Hendricks going to go under center for DeKalb County. They line up a power formation. He'll hand to Lyons. Lyons tries to get to the edge. Lyons is forced to cut back. Weitzel made him cut back, and then there to wrap him up is Derek Munoz. So the conversion fails, but the big play touchdown by Ryan Lyons puts DeKalb County back in front, 13-8. We're halfway through the first quarter. You're watching through the second quarter. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
So Livingston scores to take the lead. DeKalb County has an answer immediately for the Tigers on special teams.
Yeah, they do. And Livingston kind of had that prolonged drive to get their first score up there. They take the lead with the 2-point conversion. And then here comes Ryan Lyons in the kickoff game. That's exactly what he can do. And Noah already talked about it early on in the first quarter, how prolific of an athlete he is. He's already done it with an interception. He gets the kickoff return that time as well. He can do it in so many different ways down on the field.
All up. Preseason team member Ryan Lyons, he's a prolific player. You're seeing it tonight.
Caleb Gomez to kick off for DeKalb County as they will put the ball back in play here in the second quarter. It'll be a short kick. Gentry will let it hit out of bounds, so Livingston will get it at the 35-yard line. A guy like Noah said, you feel like these kickers kind of relegated to kickoff duty is about all we'll be seeing them do tonight.
Well, I was about to catch that, by the way. Just to let the record be known, I would have caught it if I needed to. So it was right to me. I had it.
You're saying you didn't need to?
No, exactly. I didn't want to interfere with play. But
what I love
and
is,
by the way, I'm cribbing it too if I receive it.
What I love is the ball boy is a shark.
It's great.
You were supposed to wear a costume tonight.
I dressed as a handsome man tonight.
Debatable.
The woman to your right thinks I am. That's all that matters to me, Jacob Benson.
Oh, I never know what I'll get into with you guys.
Welcome to the team, Craig Cantrell.
Well, you said you were nervous this morning. I'm not sure what you were nervous for.
This is school, baby. That's what we do.
There you go. So it's 1st and 10, Livingston from their own 35-yard line as the Wildcats, they need to come up with an answer quickly here as DeKalb County is able to do so. Goolsby moves to the H-back on the right side. Jenkins will hand off to Weitzel. He'll try to run that way, but has to cut it back in the middle, and he's going to be tackled there by Jesse Fouch, who just grabbed an ankle and held on and finally pulled him down after a gain of 6.
Yeah, just got right behind his offensive lineman that time. Let that pile move, and he just kind of got on the backs of him, gets 6 yards out of it as well, all the way out to the 41-yard line.
And this game is really shaping up interesting because, quite frankly, Livingston is winning in the trenches, but DeKalb is winning in the explosives. They got the important turnover. They got the kickoff return. Can either one of those things propel a team to a victory tonight?
2nd and 4 for the Wildcats offense. Again, Goolsby behind that right tackle. They'll hand off to Weitzel, tries to run that way, and he's tackled for a loss. Big-time play there by number 21 for DeKalb County. That is Jared Hamilton there to wrap him up for a loss.
Yeah, and Hamilton already has that fumble recovery. That time he just shoots through the gap and meets Weitzel in the backfield for a loss of a yard. Weitzel had nowhere to go. He kind of looks surprised when he looks up and there's a defender right in front of his face.
Like I said, they've had good success when they came with that blitz.
They've been able to get home on it quite a bit tonight.
And he's been able to stop there and kind of find a hole. And that time when he stopped, he found a tiger.
Yep.
So 3rd down and 6 now, maybe 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats offense. Jenkins throwing down the sideline. He's got a man open. It's caught. It's Carwile. Carwile down the sideline to the goal line. Touchdown, Livingston Academy. Adrian Jenkins to Rocco Carwile. 60 yards to the house for the Wildcats.
And there's the explosive play answer for the Wildcats. Rocco Carwile on a go. He just ran right past the DB. Jesse Fouch didn't know what hit him, and Adrian Jenkins was looking for it the whole way. What an answer for the Wildcats.
Remember the 2nd and long earlier in this game where I said, I wonder why he didn't go to Rocco Carwile. Will they go back to it? They just ran the same play. Rocco Carwile burnt his man again. Big touchdown for the Wildcats.
Just a little hook and go there by Carwile. The defensive back bit, and there was no help over the top. I think the defensive back thought there might have been a safety back there, but there was nobody there.
You saw the speed from Rocco Carwile as well.
So the 2-point conversion attempt by Livingston again. They've got Jordan Geist in the backfield along with Goolsby and Weitzel. Little full house backfield here with Jenkins handing off to Weitzel. They kind of muddy up the play as DeKalb County. Did he get in? He did not. The conversion attempt is no good, but Livingston moves in front by 1 on that long touchdown pass. They take a 14-13 lead here late in the second quarter as you're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
So the teams exchange big plays. A 61-yard kickoff return by DeKalb County, a 60-yard touchdown pass by Livingston Academy. What started out as kind of a slow, methodical type game all of a sudden has opened up.
It has, and now obviously those two-point conversions coming into a factor here as well. For Livingston, they are successful on that first two-point conversion. DeKalb County tries to answer with one of their own. They can't get the job done, so they've only got 13. Well, the 6 points on the board. Livingston Academy still leading by 1 even after an unsuccessful two-point conversion. It's never good when the linemen are standing on the goal line and they're looking backwards at the running back who is supposed to be getting into the end zone, and a pretty good indicator of that one just kind of stopped short.
That's a tremendous way of describing what just happened. When the linemen turn around and are looking at you, yeah, that's a problem.
Coy Smith, the kickoff for Livingston Academy. He'll keep it away from lines this time. Fouch will field it at about the 14. Fouch has some open field. Fouch now going to be hit there by Jesse Gentry, and Gentry trying to rip the football away. Can't do so, but a good return by Fouch to bring it up to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice hit there by Rob Keenan, a senior, getting in there on the kickoff coverage. Lays a lick at the end of it, but a good return by Fouch all the way out to near the 40-yard line. 38 is where they're going to spot the football.
So DeKalb County, 4:26 to play in the first half for this Tigers offense. Livingston will get the football to start the second half, so could be the last possession of the half for DeKalb County here. As well, the way the things have been going, they could have several more the way the big plays have been happening. Hendricks will hand off. Brainback bounces outside, but he'll slip down as Weitzel want to get the tackle there. As falling down is number 15, Cecil Ketchum.
And on that one, Jacob, he raised the face mask, but Cecil Ketchum's feet had slipped out from under him on the way down, and he just kind of grazed across, so it kind of flipped his head back, but he didn't really grasp that face mask. This is interesting. This vantage point, because I bet I would have been right with you talking about a face mask right there. And
get a little bit different angle.
The officials at home are saying, yeah, shut up, Noah, look what happened.
Now Jesse Gentry has something wrong with his face mask.
Something with the mouthpiece that came unhooked.
They were trying to figure that out.
Caden Weitzel does everything. He went over there and fixed it.
That's right.
Hendricks on second down, the long 8 for the Tigers offense. Hendricks takes the snap. He'll hand off to Ketchum. Ketchum just pushing his way forward, but Livingston going to bring him down after a short gain, as there's Leo Cardenas to make the tackle, along with Matthew Slayton for the Wildcats.
Noah said it multiple times. The trenches being won by Livingston Academy. Leo Cardenas sheds his block and immediately into the running back that time, and it lays a pretty good hit on him, too.
That was a stick. Leo Cardenas.
He's a big fella.
Him and Ketchum combined, and Cardenas didn't move, and Ketchum did. That was a big hit.
Third down and 7 now for the Tigers offense. They're at the 40-yard line, a little beyond the 40-yard line. As Hendricks going to throw now, 4-man rush. Pass going to be caught across midfield, is making the catch there for the Tigers to move the chains. Will be number 1, Ryan Lyons. It'll be a 1st and 10 Tigers at the Wildcats' 41-yard line.
It's a heck of a catch by Ryan Lyons, because Rocco Carwile met that football as soon as it got there on his back and tries to knock the football away. Can't do so. Lyons able to secure it across midfield into Livingston Academy territory.
I know John Hendricks has been moved to quarterback, but if you're a young quarterback, that rep right there, 3-step drop, hit the back foot, deliver an accurate ball, that is 101 for quarterback play.
He's looked really good in the time that he has played this year.
1st and 10 Tigers. First catch of the night by Ryan Lyons will move the chains. Hand up, the fake penalty marker down. The catch going to be made over here on the near side by DeKalb County. Weitzel going to wrap him up, but that penalty marker is down as the catch made
illegal formation
by Reed Midget.
Yeah, so going to be coming back for DeKalb County. Wave that one off. It was only going to be a gain of 3 yards anyways.
So the false start against the Tigers going to back them up 5 yards. And again, you talked about it. How many times have they been behind the chains? Both teams have been behind the chains tonight.
Yeah, and it's been a ton of penalties. And some of that could be, like Noah's talked about, you're opening up that playbook. You're going to formations you haven't done all season long. You're trying to run plays that you haven't done all season long. So that could be some of it as well. That one, the illegal formation call.
Coach Trapp's not happy right now, and that was 7 in the backfield. The receivers just were not on the line of scrimmage like they needed to be. That was an unforced error for DeKalb County.
So that one was just fundamentals.
Yeah, he's not happy about it at all.
1st and 15 for the Tigers now, back on their side of the 50-yard line as John Hendricks will set them down. Again, Livingston with a lot of defensive backs. Blitz coming. They pick up Geist. Hendricks going down the sideline, going to be through the hands of the intended receiver, Fouch, as that one dropped in there pretty well, but Fouch couldn't hold on as on the coverage drew Goolsby.
Yeah, and I think Goolsby got maybe just a piece of it at the very back end of it. Really nice coverage by Goolsby, who's kind of lined up in that linebacker spot, but he's roaming around. He's in coverage that time on the speedy Fouch and able to at least make a difference on a ball that's pretty lofted in the air.
He did get a piece of it. He turned his head around. I thought he actually may have gotten burnt because of it and made a great athletic play over the shoulder, swatted through the hands. That is a really good play by Drew Goolsby.
So it sets up a 2nd and 15 now for DeKalb County. Clock stopped with 2:20 to play in the first half, with Livingston leading 14-13 over the Tigers here in Smithville. Bunch formation to the right side. Snap will go to Hendricks. He'll run away from that formation to the left side. Hendricks now cuts it back inside and is going to be pushed out of bounds by Mark Ogletree over on the far side. He'll be short of the first down, but a good gain taking it down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, you get that chunk gain, you get all that penalty yardage back, and now you make it 3rd and short. Jordan Geist was in a good spot there. He looked like he may have slipped up just a little bit right before he got to Hendricks, and then Hendricks able to bound over him and get that extra yardage.
And you're seeing the setup earlier and then working off of it. They had run that same play to the right of that formation. Now they bring it to the left to the weak side, and it works for a big gain.
So it sets up a 3rd and 3 now for DeKalb County. Hendricks, again from the shotgun. He's pretty deep in that shotgun formation, too. Hendricks takes the snap. Penalty markers before the snap. So another false start. And does it not look like he's a little deeper than they normally get in the shotgun?
Yeah, he's standing about 5-6 yards behind the snapper there in the shotgun.
It's an adjustment that they talked about and made. The snaps early were floating
right
in, so they've aligned Hendricks a couple of yards further deep to try and avoid some of those issues.
Yeah, there were about 3 straight snaps where the one was floated and then 2 of them that were a little bit high. And as Noah mentioned, they make that adjustment, but a big penalty there. It backs them up instead of 3rd and 4, turns into 3rd and about 8.
Yeah, that's a huge penalty against DeKalb County as Hendricks again awaits the snap. 2 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left for Hendricks. Snap a little high, he'll get to it. Fakes the handoff, going to go down the middle. It's going to be broken up. Is there to knock it away is Livingston Academy. I think that's Drew Goolsby knocking it away again for Livingston.
Yeah, that one a little bit low for Midget, who's trying to go down to the turf to haul it in at the last second, and it hits the turf, falls incomplete, and looks like the punting unit is going to come on here for DeKalb County on 4th and 8.
And this is a spot in the game, guys. 2:04 to go. If you don't get it, you give Livingston a great opportunity to go and score and really take a string pull on the game. So you punt, trust your defense and then try to head in the locker room and make some adjustments.
And Livingston's getting the football starting the second half as well, so that just kind of adds to that.
Wyatt Carter to punt it away for Livingston Academy. Jesse Gentry deep to receive the punt. Carter, first punt of the night. Snap backs him up even further. Pressure by Livingston. Birdsong almost got to it. Gentry will field it at the 15. Gentry breaks a tackle. Jesse to the near side, cuts it back in the middle. Gentry spins but can't get away from that defender there to wrap him up. So that's number 44 there to make the tackle. Thomas Fouch there to wrap Gentry up, and he had a chance to break one.
He did. That was a really, really good return after getting hit initially, kind of back towards the 15-yard line, able to spin off of that tackler, gets a couple of blocks, and good job by DeKalb County rallying to the football, still able to bring him down, but a really good return for Gentry out to the 26.
DeKalb County's fortunate that snap was not very good because it backed up the punter 2 extra yards that he needed. If it wasn't, that's a block, and we're probably putting 6 more on the board for Livingston Academy right now.
That's a great point because Marius Birdsong just inches away, wasn't he? Adrian Jenkins from the shotgun. Weitzel to his left. Trip receivers to the right side. Jenkins going to hand off to Weitzel, going straight up the middle. A short gain there, taking it up the 27-yard line, so a pickup of only a couple on the play for Watzel.
And now they got to pay attention to the clock. 1:40 and counting, have all timeouts remaining.
I think both coaches are going to be pleased with the play of the interior of the defensive line so far. Not a whole lot of room there. Been some explosive plays outside in this game so far.
I want a good amount of time run off here between plays.
Jenkins takes the snap. Looking this way now, goes back to the middle of the field. Now has pressure, will roll out and just goes down. So everybody covered. Jenkins just slides down and ends the play, and Livingston going to take a timeout, and we'll keep it here. And these two teams, again, you didn't know what you were going to get tonight, but we've had some fun plays happen tonight.
Absolutely. Anytime you're not playing for anything in terms of the postseason, it kind of falls on what we've talked about with the Cavaliers. It falls on that culture, some of that pride, and especially for a lot of these seniors. There's a lot of seniors for Livingston Academy. They had senior night tonight for DeKalb County as well. What kind of effort are you going to get from both sides? And it's been a really good football game here in the first half, Noah.
It has, and Coach Qualls talked about 15 seniors. This is not a very young Livingston team. A lot of people kind of feel like it is, but it's not. There's a lot of seniors playing every snap, and they want to leave this program, and they have, in a better place than they found it.
Yep.
But some things they could notch off tonight: winning season for the first time for this senior class, beating a team in the region not named Cumberland County for the first time for this class, and kind of give a lot of these freshmen, because it's seniors and freshmen on this Hawkeye roster, something to build on. And the same thing for DeKalb County here, though. On your home field, remember last year in this same spot, got obliterated on their home field in Week 11. Totally different already tonight. They want to have a better taste in their mouths moving forward as a football program. And to do it, they're going to have to find a way to put a good second half together. Interesting time out there for Livingston, preserving some time in a 3rd and long situation.
Sets up a 3rd and 8, and if I am remembering right, 9 of the 11 starters on offense for Livingston are seniors.
Sounds about right.
So that's a huge number of seniors they're going to lose after tonight.
Yeah, pretty much that whole offensive and defensive line. Obviously, a lot of the skill players. Your quarterback.
3rd down and 8. DeKalb County shows blitz. They back out of it. Jenkins throwing down the far side. He's got a man open. DeKalb County recovers, and DeKalb County will get the interception. Did they say he caught it?
Ryan Lyons.
He caught it. Ryan Lyons with the pick.
Oh, that's big, too, because they got plenty of time. They got 1:04 still to go here in the first half and 2 timeouts. Second interception for Ryan Lyons, and they only got to go 45 yards.
I wonder if that's why I talked about that timeout. I thought it was going to be on a punt. You saved a lot of time for your opponent. If you're Livingston, Ryan Lyons, his vertical leap is out of this world. That was an insane interception, and now an opportunity for DeKalb to take the lead going in the halftime locker room. Turn it into a good football game, gentlemen.
1:04 to play in the first half. DeKalb County trailing by a point, trying to change that after forcing the 3rd turnover of the first half by the Livingston Academy offense. Hendricks takes the snap. Play fake. Hendricks rolling to his right. Has pressure from Geist. Now he'll throw on the run. Gets it complete. Across the 35 down to the 33-yard line with a penalty marker down at the end of the play. Catch made by Reed Midget, but we'll check the penalty marker at the 33.
No, did you see that one?
Yeah, they get a block in the back, and unfortunately one of the Wildcats, number 3, is down and in some pain.
That's Marius Birdsong.
I don't love the call.
It didn't look like a lot.
It didn't look like much. And again, a slippery field, so you see him go down and Birdsong back on his feet, running off the field at his own power. That's pretty weak, in my opinion.
I think I got to agree with you on that one.
It is a block in the back as we get the signal there.
And we've had a quick trigger on that a couple of times. Remember, they waved the one off earlier. Similar situation. It was a little bit of contact in the shoulder. It's a tough break, I think, for DeKalb County, and it's going to lead to the very rare 1st and 8.
Doesn't happen often, does it? We get 1st and 8 from the 44-yard line.
It was kind of that weird where everyone's kind of spinning around as well, and so ends up being it's still a gain of 2, and it's still 1st down. So for DeKalb County, they'll take it. Doesn't hurt them other than the time.
Clock is running now after that play stayed in bounds. Hendricks will take the snap. 4-man rush. Hendricks has some pressure. rolls to his right. Now in trouble. He'll throw. Hit as he throws as Jordan Geist just got right there as he wanted to step up and couldn't do so, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, a really good job by Jordan Geist, who's been able to get into the backfield a lot tonight. Gets the pressure in the backfield as well. The only good thing there for DeKalb County, the incompletion stops the clock, saves the timeout with 38 seconds to play. Still second down and 8.
And it also was great coverage on the back end. They had a two-man route here concept, kind of a flood concept over here towards the sideline, and 4 DBs to 2 wide receivers. That's basic math. Really well done by the Hawkeye defense.
Second down and 8 now as Hendricks takes a look at the clock. It sits at 38.5 seconds to play in the first half. Livingston shows blitz. They come. They'll go on the end around. They want to throw out of it, but can't do so. Now they will. Was he beyond the line of scrimmage? I don't think he was. The catch made. Was he out of bounds? He was, so it's incomplete. A lot of things very close right there, and the pass ball's incomplete.
Well, and he had it, but he was kind of bobbling it as he stepped out of bounds, so that's why it ends up being incomplete, and it brings up third down, and again, the clock stops. But yeah, there was a lot going on there. Jesse Foucher was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, makes that change about third of the way through the season to John Hendricks. He put a pretty good throw on it, and the receiver was open, and Frazier just couldn't quite hold, or I beg your pardon, Hamilton just couldn't hold on.
If this play starts on the other hash, I think they have a better chance. Fouch just ran out of room trying to stretch it as far as he could before he threw it.
Third down and 8 now for the Tigers offense. Hendricks going deep down the sideline, overthrown as he tried to hit Fouch running down the numbers, but it's over his head and incomplete, and sets up a fourth down now for the Tigers offense.
Well, this will be big for Livingston Academy if they're able to come up with one more stop. Still 25 seconds to play here in the half, but after throwing the interception with 1:04 to play in the half, you would love to get a stop and try to get a lead going into halftime. Keep the lead, I should say.
So it's fourth down again for DeKalb County. They're laying this run down again.
You have to punt it. And the play clock's not even running here, but he may still burn a timeout. Steve Trapp will. You got to punt this.
Yeah, I think
Ryan Lyons and Jesse Fouch and John Hendricks all coming over. I think they were trying to plead their case with Coach Trapp, and he ends up taking the timeout, so they're going to at least talk about it, and we'll see if those seniors are able to convince him here late in this first half of senior night.
I say you have to punt it. You absolutely don't, especially in this game tonight. You don't have to punt it, but from a game management perspective, with 2 timeouts left for Livingston Academy, if you don't get it, about 20 seconds left, and you're Livingston, you at least have the home run threat of Caden White's on your back pocket. You've already hit a deep pass so far. And really, guys, think about it, this Livingston defense. It was a kickoff return for a touchdown and then a short field touchdown after a turnover. They've been really good in the middle of the field tonight.
After a turnover that was should have been intercepted. It was in and out of the hands of Caden Weitzel, ends up in the hands of Jesse Fouch, who was able to run it in.
Yeah, this is one where if you're DeKalb County, you're saying, hey, we're not playing very well. We're in the football game. We're only a point down. If you're Livingston, you're sitting there thinking, keep playing the way you're playing, keep chipping away, and you're going to be just fine.
So it's a fourth down and 8 for DeKalb County. They're at the Livingston 44-yard line.
Offense on the field, guys.
Offense stays out there. They send them back out. John Hendricks, the quarterback, trip receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left side, working the wide side of the field. Hendricks takes the snap. Hendricks with a 4-man rush, has all day this time, throws down the middle. It's going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and Livingston will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, what a big stop for Livingston Academy, and now you get the football back, 1st and 10, still in your own half, but at the 44, like you said, Craig, and still 19.7 seconds. Try to get a couple of chunk plays, and you still got 2 timeouts in the back pocket, too.
Yeah, the whole field to work with. The playbook's open here for the Livingston Academy offense.
And as Noah mentioned a little bit ago, you've got the home run threat. We already saw Rocco Carwile streaking down the sideline. You've got Caden Weitzel in the backfield, too. So they've got a couple of guys that can get some big chunk plays in a hurry.
So Jenkins on 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Man-to-man coverage over there. They'll throw it underneath to Weitzel. Weitzel on the outside looking for a block. Will get out of bounds and stop the clock with 12.4 to play in the first half. A gain of 4 on the pitch and catch from Jenkins to Weitzel.
Yeah, just the short game, but able to get out of bounds, stop the clock with 12.4, and saves at least one of those timeouts. But you got to get a chunk gain here just to at least give yourself a chance at the end zone with just 12 seconds to go.
That's a clever play call right there because you have the 3 receivers out to the right and you throw to Weitzel and they turn into blockers. So it was well defended by DeKalb County, but that was really kind of a modified screen dialed up by Livingston Academy.
Taking their time in between. Still 18 on the play clock, so they got plenty.
They give him the 47-yard line, so officially a gain of 3 on the play for Caden Weitzel. They'll move those receivers to this near side, the wide side of the field. Working over here, Jenkins going to go deep down the sideline over on the far side. Pass is going to be incomplete. Tried to get it to Carwile, and it's going to be incomplete.
And Rocco Carwile thought that was going to get picked off. He had Cecil Ketchum and Jesse Fouch in the back end there, and he knew it was a little bit too high in front of him. If he keeps running, he's got a chance to make a play on that football. Instead, he just turns into a defender and tries to knock it down so it doesn't get intercepted.
And you're seeing Rocco Carwile getting a lot of respect out of DeKalb County defensively, double covered everywhere he goes after he broke that long one where there was no safety help earlier on in this quarter.
So it's 3rd and 7 here for Livingston. Only 6.8 to play. You could get a short play and get a quick timeout, but could very well be the last play, too, as Jenkins sets up in the pocket. He'll throw far side. It's going to be caught, and stepping out of bounds over there with the catch is going to be Jesse Gentry. He'll have a Wascon first down with 2.3 seconds to play in the first half.
I got a question for the voice of the Wildcats. How strong is Adrian Jenkins' arm? And can he throw it 47 yards in the air? Because that would be pretty strong if he can.
He can get it close. He can get it close.
DeKalb County's taking a timeout here.
They're going to take their last timeout in the first half. I would say he could throw it that far.
We've seen it already tonight. Obviously, he had a great throw to Rocco Carwile streaking down. It just depends. If you can get the time in the pocket is really big, and then if you can get a step into it to try to get some momentum behind it.
We know they have the hook and ladder in their bag as well. This is a spot in this game specifically. I'd love to see something like that out of Livingston. And in this game, do you take the shot at the Hail Mary? Do you try a trick play? Something just to have it out of your bag that you've been working on this entire season.
And that's why I like that timeout taken by Coach Trapp as well, because you know with 2 seconds, it's going to be the final play of the half. Go to prevent defense, keep everything in front of you, and make sure nothing like that, like a hook and ladder, kind of gets behind you, throws you off guard. Keep everything in front and everything contained.
Coach Daniel McCoy, when he came back from the Detroit Lions back in the late 80s, early 90s, he brought with him a 38-pitch Z-reverse pass. That's kind of the Livingston trademark go-to trick play. They've ran it for whatever that would be, 35 years, and this version runs it. They just ran it a little different than Coach McCoy did, so you might see that here. There's an offside against DeKalb, free 5 yards.
I got another question. Can he throw it 41 yards?
That one I'm going to say definitely. Definitely.
There was a change of circumstance. I had to change the question up a little bit.
That makes it much easier to answer, too.
He's going to go to that hard count again. You got one, and obviously they made the substitution there as well. So
it's 1st and 5 now for Livingston, 2.3 to play in the first half. Livingston leading 14-13 here in Smithville. Jenkins going to make them wait a little bit, kind of like DeKalb County did to the Livingston defense earlier.
They're going to use their timeout now.
Yep, another timeout coming.
You just had this last night with Upperman and Macon County.
There were 5 timeouts called. It was 2 teams that don't like each other in the chess match. A 4th and 8 late in the half for Macon County. They came out with the offense. Coach Kane called timeout. Came out with the kicking unit. Coach Kane called timeout again. Then they came out with the offense. Coach Shoulders called timeout. Then they came out with the kicking unit. Coach Kane called timeout. Finally, after 5 total timeouts, they kicked the field goal.
I just want to say it's 8:18 right now. I'm used to watching the Cookeville Cavaliers and starting the second half.
You're at home.
Yeah,
right
starting
now.
The second half.
Welcome to my world, buddy.
This is more like it usually is with Livingston Academy.
Right.
They go pretty late.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll have a big slate of games starting tomorrow. Tech against Gardner Webb at noon for homecoming. Hope to see a lot of people out there for that, some old friends. Next week, we're already talking about, it looks like 4 broadcast games across the network. And Craig's going to be with us. It would be a treat for us.
Hey,
absolutely.
You can put me to work. I don't mind working. So 1st and 5, Livingston. Let's see if they might get some cheap yardage again from DeKalb County, or maybe can break out another big play. Goolsby going to go in motion from left to right. Jenkins Long count, 2 wide receivers to each side. Jenkins has some pressure, steps up in the pocket. Screen pass complete to Watzel. Clock runs out. Watzel going down the near side. Watzel to the 20, to the 15, turns on the speed, and is going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Flag is down. It's coming back. It'll be halftime.
So a penalty marker down, but that play was a good call.
You're going to decline the penalty because if you accept that, you get an untimed down.
That was almost insane.
So it is declined. It will end up a 36-yard pass play from Adrian Jenkins to Caden Watzel to end the first half, and that will take us to halftime with Livingston Academy leading 14-13. We'll come back. We'll have our Happy Hiller halftime report in just a moment as you're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do. Overton County Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to serve our community. Christy Key, John Godwin, and Corey Nard are your local auto, home, and life insurance experts. Whatever your insurance need, they will work to find you a solution. Visit them at 7486 Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston or call them at 931-823-1322. Overton County Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to present Livingston Academy football all season long on UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, Flex Steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home within Sparta city limits. This home has hardwood flooring, a 1-car garage, and a screened-in deck. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality Family of Services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Minette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 136 acres with panoramic mountain views. This piece of land is just a short drive from Sunset and Willow Grove Marina. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends November 6th at 10 a.m. Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique, it's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate proudly presents new level building lots in Baxter. Lots range in size from 0.69 acres to 1.6 acres with water, electric, and Twin Lakes fiber internet at the road. Each lot is approved for a 3-bedroom septic system. Get started today on building your dreams. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more details.
Halftime here at DeKalb County High School in Smithville, Tennessee, with Livingston leading 14-13. Time now for the Happy Hiller halftime report. Visit happyhiller.com for all of your electrical, heating, cooling, and plumbing problems today. That's happyhiller.com. And on this Halloween night, it's been a game that's been kind of a fun one between Livingston Academy and DeKalb County. Teams not going anywhere, but they're still playing hard tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of like what Noah said down on the field a little bit ago, kind of what we expected in this football game. You're going deep in the playbooks. You're letting it fly here in this one. And why not? You don't have the playoffs next week. For these seniors, it's their last game. Try to get everybody involved, take some deep shots. And Livingston Academy turned it over, 3 times? Yep. And they got a 1-point lead right now. The defense has played really, really well. Their backs have been against the wall a lot already in that first half. DeKalb County's had some good chances. They just haven't been able to get their offense going except for a couple of explosive plays. Obviously, at the kickoff return for a touchdown for Ryan Lyons. Jesse Fouch on 4th and goal from the 22-yard line, able to catch a tipped ball that went through the hands of Caden Weitzel, and he was able to take it in for the score. And if he gets taken down, that's Livingston football. So for Livingston, for as much as they turned it over, still got the 1-point lead, still playing some pretty good football, but DeKalb County's right there in it right now.
Yeah, you got to feel good, though, if you're Livingston. You have turned it over and you still have the lead, because usually when you turn it over that many times, you're getting blown out in the first time.
And that's a credit to the defense. And they've been able to turn it over in good spots, if we want to put it that way, other than obviously the fumble that was early on in the football game. The interceptions have kind of worked as punts. It's taken them deeper down the field, or it's been near midfield, and so the defense hasn't been completely up against it on the end zone there, and so they've been able to really stand tall, getting a lot of penetration in the middle of the defensive line as well. Noah kind of talked about that. The defensive and offensive line in the trenches, Livingston Academy seems like they have the advantage in this one, doing a really nice job. And they've made some adjustments on the back end of the defense, too, to really try to slow down that passing game. John Hendricks was running the football really well early on that first couple of drives, and they've made some adjustments to slow that down. Livingston Academy defensively has been really, really solid.
Yeah, and I think the biggest adjustment they made on that in stopping the Hendricks run, they took away the edge. He was able to get outside so many times. Livingston able to set that edge, make him cut back inside. That gives you help on the inside, and that was where his running kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, Jordan Geist and Drew Goolsby from those middle linebacker spots been doing a really nice job. And Jordan Geist has been able to get penetration. Drew Goolsby's kind of been setting that contained spot on the outside and really setting the edge and able to keep him contained in the middle there, let the rest of the defense get there. Both of them been able to make some plays on that defensive side and been a really good job of, like you said, not letting them get to the outside. And then, too, Noah talked about it, Ryan Lyons has 2 or 3 different defenders on him pretty much at all times down the field. Now, it hurt him one time. They were able to get the dump-off pass and for a big play, but they've been able to limit his production, at least in the offense. Obviously, he's already got a couple of interceptions and a kickoff return touchdown, so he's doing it in other facets, but been able to limit his production just at the receiver spots.
Now, Coach Steve Trapp made that adjustment. He moved those kick return men up. 61-yard field goal or touchdown return on a kickoff, and that just that adjustment he made, that made put the return man in the right spot to make the catch and be able to do something with it.
Well, and when you've got a couple of guys that they can return it, Jesse Foucher's back there as well, they can fake like they're going to flip it to the other guy, and we saw that at the start of the football game. They got a great return out to close to midfield, and then that time Lyons keeps it himself. He fakes like he's going to flip it, keeps it, and then he had blockers out in front of him. And in the speed, he's the fastest guy on the field, with maybe a nod to Rocco Carwile, who's we saw his speed too. But yeah, you're not going to catch Ryan Lyons in a foot race, and he's able to squirt through the defense and get in there for the score. But for DeKalb County, they got to somehow get that offense going, and we've talked about how good this Livingston Academy defense has been, but DeKalb County's offense, they've got the players. Obviously, Lyons there in the back end of the offense. Cecil Ketchum is a pretty good runner, too, but he just hadn't been able to find the avenues because of that defensive line and the linebacker core. So we'll see what they can do coming out in the second half, and obviously we'll hear a little bit more from Noah later on as we get ready to come out in the second half, and some thoughts from the head coaches coming out in the second half. But really a fun football game here in this final game of the regular season.
Yeah, Rocco Carwile, that 60-yard touchdown reception after that 61-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and I remember talking early in the season, I ran to Adrian Jenkins after the White County game that next Saturday, and I said, well, you did something last night that will never be broken. And he said, what do you mean? He hit Carwile for a 99-yard touchdown pass. You can tie it, but you can't break it.
You can't get anything better than that. And that's, I mean, what a cool night as well to do it on, obviously honoring his dad before the game, and he's able to get that 99-yard touchdown reception. I mean, you see the speed right there, and it was just a straight go route. He runs right past the defender. You said it, the kind of the hook and go. You make a little move, and you're right past the defender, and Fouch on the outside there. And then he ended up later late in the first half, turns into a defender on a high pass that ended up kind of turning into a catchable ball. He didn't realize it at the time. He kind of goes up and knocks it down away from the 2 defenders who didn't go for the football. And the DeKalb County coaches next to us, they had a little something to say afterwards, and they were not too happy about it. But really, all in all, a good first half for Livingston Academy. With 3 turnovers, you've got a 1-point lead.
And we can go over some stats if you want to here at
Absolutely.
halftime, with Livingston leading on the stat sheet as well. 197 yards for the Wildcats in the first half, 140 for DeKalb County, 63 on the ground as we look at the Tigers first. 77 passing yards for DeKalb County. Leading the way rushing, John Hendricks, 46 yards on the ground. Cecil Ketchum with 18 yards. Ryan Lyons a -1 yard to give them a total of 63 on the ground. Hendricks has attempted 14 passes. He's completed only 4 out of 14 in the first half. One, a 22-yard touchdown pass to Jesse Fouch, a 30-yard catch to Gavin Frazier, 13 yards to Ryan Lyons, 12 yards to Reed Midget to give them their total of 77 passing yards in the first half, 140 yards in the first half for the Tigers combined, and they do have that 61-yard kickoff return. They picked up 4 first downs, no turnovers in the first half for DeKalb County. For Livingston, they end up with 82 yards on the ground, 115 in the air for the Wildcats. Leading the way rushing, Caden Watzel having another good night. As we said, he had 11:45 coming in, 74 yards on the ground tonight. He's over 1,200 yards on the night now on the season for the Wildcats with over 1,200 rushing yards. 8 yards on 2 carries for Drew Goolsby and a touchdown. 1 carry, 0 yards for Adrian Jenkins to give Livingston their total of 82 rushing yards. Jenkins completed 6 of 10 in the first half, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for the senior passer for Livingston Academy, Rocco Carwile. The 1 catch, 60 yards and a touchdown. 2 catches, 40 yards for Caden Watzel. 1 catch, 8 yards for Jesse Gentry. 2 catches, 7 yards for Drew Goolsby to give them a total of 115 passing yards, 197 yards total for Livingston Academy in the first half. And with Watzel going over that 1,200-yard mark, he's moving up the leading rushers in a single season on the Livingston Academy record books.
An average of 120 a game is pretty darn solid, and able to get that here with 1 half into this final game of the regular season. We've been talking about it all season long, how good he has been here this year for Caden Weitzel, who we've seen it these last few years. Hey, that kid's an athlete. They got to get him into some space, and he's been able to find that space. He has become that bell cow back. He's become a really good defender as well on the defensive side of the football. So he's been a great player here in his senior season, and like you said, kind of jumping up in those record books and really making a name for himself here in his senior year.
And for the first time tonight, it was cool in Stone Memorial. It was a little cool last week against Macon County. It's going to drop in the 30s before
chilly.
This is over tonight.
Yeah.
Noah is going to be the one feeling it tonight down there on the sideline in the second half.
He said it during the first half. He goes, no, during the game, whenever you're focused and you're talking, you don't really realize it. He said as soon as that first half ended, he's up here right now, but as soon as the first half ended, he felt it in his hands. It is definitely cold down there on the field. We're fortunate to be up here in the press box. Thank you to DeKalb County and Coach Trapp for allowing us to use the press box tonight. It is much appreciated.
Much appreciated. I asked you, when you told me that today, I was the happiest person on the face of the earth, as I don't do cold that well. So it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Livingston leads 14-13 at halftime. We'll take a quick break, as that's going to wrap up the Happy Hiller halftime report. We'll come back. We'll have the second half coming up here from Smithville as you're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. You looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Halftime here in Smithville, Livingston leading DeKalb County 14-13 at the half. The Wildcats scoring 14 points in that second quarter to take a 1-point lead in the locker room. Time now for a scoreboard update. Jacob, and there's an interesting one going on over at East Tennessee.
Huge one going on in East Tennessee right now. Alcoa and Anderson County. That is for the region title, and obviously that has a lot to do with this region right here. Now, that one's in Region 1, but that is an eventual second-round matchup for a couple of these teams from this Region 4. Right now, Alcoa is only up 27-24. They've got the football, first down and 10, still in their half at the 47-yard line with 4 minutes to play in that football game. So Anderson County, we've kind of talked about, they've got 2 losses on the year without their quarterback as well. And we wondered, Noah said it on the End Zone Show last night. What does this Anderson County team look like offensively against Alcoa's defense? If they look like they can score, we feel a little bit better about the chances for maybe some of these teams here from Region 4. Not only are they scoring, they got a chance to win that football game with still plenty of time left.
That would be huge, wouldn't it? And if you look at their video stream, one thing that they've got that I don't know that teams around this area have, they're huge on the offensive line. That's some big young men right there.
No, that's, and Noah was kind of talking about it for Alcoa. You line them up next to each other. They've got a bigger offensive line than Carson Newman, which is a college football team. So that's how big that Alcoa team is. And Anderson County had some big dudes as well. So obviously that a big score. Another couple of other scores of note from around the area. Red Bowling Springs leading Innovation Academy 8-6 at halftime. The winner of that game is big because you don't have to go on the road to South Pittsburgh. Still got to go on the road in the playoffs, but don't have to go on the road to South Pittsburgh. And I mentioned it, not too many games going on tonight, so that is the only other one going on across the Upper Cumberland tonight, at least that we're paying attention to. And, of course, we'll try to keep you updated as much as we can on Alcoa and Anderson County as it's coming down to it right now. And actually, we went away for just a second, and Alcoa got a huge gain as soon as we went away out of the timeout.
And, guys, this is so interesting because – let me get a little closer here. It's interesting because I think we all feel like Upperman certainly and even Stone Memorial are better than Anderson County, at least on paper.
Right.
So that is huge to show one of those two teams is going to get Anderson County and Alcoa in the second round. That result tonight, no matter what the final score is, you feel entirely differently about the chances in 4A.
And Alcoa just actually got cut down at the 11, but it's second and goal now. Noah, very quickly, what did you hear from the coaches coming out of halftime?
Yeah, 2 very different tunes for these coaches. Steve Trapp said it's the same stuff that's all season long. Too many penalties, not stopping, and just not doing the things that winning football teams do. They have 1 half left to go to try and put 2 winning quarters together. And we'll tell you after this kickoff, what Coach Qualls had to say.
Jesse Gentry fields it. Gentry across the 30. Gentry trying to find some open field and does get a pretty good return out of it, taking it all the way to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Livingston.
Yeah, frustration for Coach Steve Trapp, as I mentioned. For Coach Qualls, the opposite. Said it was a slow start for his guys. Felt like they woke up, hit a couple of big plays, settle in, run the football well, stopping the run well. One thing that he really hammered, though, being the first team to score in the second half. Felt like that's going to be important to set the tone here in half number 2.
Well, nice job by Jesse Gentry on a big return out past the 35-yard line. Ball spotted on the 36 for this Livingston Academy offense. So we'll see if they can get it going first here in this second half.
Adrian Jenkins back out there at quarterback for the Wildcats. Watzel to his right. They're going to bring Goolsby in motion from right to left. They'll hand to Watzel to try to run that way, but DeKalb County had that one very well scouted, and they'll tackle Watzel right at the line of scrimmage, maybe for a loss on the play. Hunter Buchanan in there to wrap him up for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, it looked like Bryson Arnold able to get in there as well initially. Jesse Fouchin on the tackle, too. It's been a couple of times.
Jacob, he's feeling it. The official, Bobby Rollins, just asked him if he needs to come out. He says no. He is in noticeable pain.
Yeah, he's not coming out of this one.
And one more note, because I range when you talk about that Alcoa-Anderson County game. Alcoa, size-wise, a little bit bigger than Greenville top to bottom. They don't have the size of that left tackle, who's 375 pounds, though.
It looks like they're bringing on the kicking unit right now with 2:20 to go in that football game. Up by 3 right now, trying to go up by 6.
Pitch goes to Watzel around the right side. He'll take it up across the 40-yard line to about the 41. Gain of about 6 on the play for Caden Watzel. Call it a 5-yard gain to set up a 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats.
And I'll put it this way, guys. I've heard from multiple coaches in this region in the last 10 minutes. People are watching that game tonight in the Upper Cumberland with eyes on Alcoa-Anderson County.
3rd down and 6 for Livingston. Big possession down here for the Wildcats offense, and the 14-13 Livingston lead as they'll bring Gentry to the near side of the field. He'll line up over here with Baylor Barnes. That sets up Rocco Carwile, the lone receiver on the far side. He's got man-to-man coverage over there by Jesse Fouch. Jenkins. DeKalb County walks up to show blitz. Jenkins looked to Carwile. Now we'll come back near side. He's got Goolsby on a little wheel route, and Goolsby will make the over-the-shoulder catch and take it inside the 25. No, yes, they did say it's a catch by Goolsby. It's going to be a Wascon first down. Going to move the football down to the 23-yard line.
That's an incredible throw from Adrian Jenkins on the run over the shoulder of Goolsby, who's now looking like he's cramping up a little bit. He is not bending his right leg as he is making his way back to the huddle, and he is going to go down. But just a cramp for Goolsby. Not only a tremendous throw by Adrian Jenkins, but Goolsby just to be able to stay with the football, watch it into the breadbasket, and able to make the catch, and then able to secure the football on the way down to the ground.
A tremendous throw as well, as you mentioned, from the right hash to go all the way across the field and put it into the breadbasket on 3rd down. That's an unbelievable throw by a senior quarterback, and standing right next to Steve Trapp, he just looked up at the sky, frustration, knowing he had a chance to have his defense get off the field.
And Noah, Alcoa did kick a 25-yard field goal, so they lead 30-24 with 2:16 to go in the 4th quarter. They're kicking away to Anderson County, so Anderson County's going to have a chance to go win it.
Well, that no matter what happens, there's no question, changes the perspective entirely of the upcoming postseason in 4A. There's just no doubt. The question was, are they mortal? The answer is yes. Now, are they still the favorites? Yes, but they are certainly mortal.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, Livingston from the DeKalb 22-yard line. Goolsby will have to leave the field. Watzel to the right of Jenkins. Big play there by Livingston on a 3rd down. Handoff Watzel. Watzel will cut it back inside. Good vision there by Caden to take him inside the 20 and into the Twin Lakes Tractor red zone. They'll mark him down at the 16-yard line. Good gain on 1st down by Watzel.
Yeah, that's exactly what Livingston Academy wanted out of halftime. They get the big play and another nice chunk gain to keep you on schedule, bring up 2nd down and 5. Just like Coach Qualls mentioned to Noah coming out of half, you want to get a score early on here and try to set the tone here in this second half.
Yeah, and they get the shot play, Jacob, and then go back on the ground. They have him outnumbered on the left side, and Caden Weitzel just picks his way for a nice gain of 5.
Trip receivers to the right side. Tied into the left side is an offensive tackle for Livingston. They'll hand off to Watzel as he runs that way. Watzel tripped up, taking it down inside the 15. It will be enough for a Wascon first down and a good gain for Watzel. He'll pick up 6 on the play.
And it's a touchdown-saving tackle for Reed Midget as well. And like you said, just trips him up. It puts him down at the 10. It is a first down. over in that Alcoa game. Anderson County already inside Alcoa territory all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Holy smokes. And I'll tell you, this is a numbers game right now. Livingston's found something with this formation on the left side, and now a shift for DeKalb County.
Jumbo to the left side. Watson will cut back away from that as he spins free. Going to be brought down for a loss, though. Tried to spin away as DeKalb County overloaded that side. They adjusted to that Wildcat Jumbo formation.
It was a heck of a spin initially, but then Ryan Lyons was able to finish it off, and a great tackle for loss there. Backs him up a couple of yards as well. And mentioned that Anderson County, it was actually a penalty tacked on to the end of the play. This is going to put Anderson County inside the red zone. This football's on the 12-yard line of Alcoa right now in a 6-point ball game.
That play started at the 11. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play for Watzel, which will back him up to the 13-yard line. Will back Livingston up to the 13-yard line, where it's 2nd and 12 now. So it didn't get to the 10-yard, only the yard line, only the 11. Jenkins throws in the flat to Watzel, and Watzel is going to be tackled for a loss. Great open field tackle over there by Ryan Lyons. Back-to-back negative plays forced by this DeKalb County defense.
Yeah, DeKalb County sniffed that out immediately. 4 different guys immediately to Weitzel for a huge loss, all the way back to the 20-yard line. And now this Livingston Academy offense trying to get a big chunk gain to put them back at least in territory to get a little bit closer to that goal line.
And DeKalb's playing good defense this entire half besides the one shot play. They're really snuffing the run out. They're stretching out some of these plays, making tackles for loss. DeKalb with some energy out of that locker room, guys.
2 downs to try to pick up this first down. On 3rd down, they've got 19 on the board. I think it's closer to like 21 for the Wildcats offense. Jenkins has pressure. Jenkins rolling out, being chased, throws on the run, incomplete, out of bounds. Sets up 4th and long now for the Wildcats offense, and great pressure applied there by Tucker Webb for DeKalb County.
Yeah, and just a 3-man rush that time as well, but able to get that penetration. Jenkins rushed out of the pocket over to that far sideline smartly, throws it out of bounds, live to see another down, and it looks like they're going to try a kick, or are they going to punt this?
There is no chance on this planet. And they actually are. They're going to kick it.
I was going to say.
Wow. I'm stunned by this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why not? Let's go.
It's going to be a 38-yard field goal, too.
This isn't a chip shot from the 3. I mean, this is a real kick.
This is in his range, though. He can make from this distance.
I love it. Let's go.
Out of the hold of Jesse Gentry. Snap is good. Gentry placed it down. The kick is going to be up, and the kick is
no good.
No
wide
good.
Left.
Missed wide to the left, did Smith, but Coach Caleb Walls a chance to get points, sent his kicker out there.
Trying to get some points on the board, and had a good amount of leg, but just pulled it a little bit, falls a little bit short. Great job by DeKalb County as well. You give up a couple of big chunks, and then you're able to get that stop. Update on the other game. Anderson County just scored a touchdown. They have tied it up at 30 apiece. They're on for the extra point to take the lead. However, there's still 1:28 remaining. They didn't use much time at all.
Hey, Jacob and Craig, you're seeing why Alcoa lied their tails off for years to stay in Class 3A tonight. Let's just call a spade about that.
So DeKalb County will take over at their own 20-yard line. So the handoff will go. Hendricks going to keep it. Hendricks bouncing outside, runs through a tackle. Hendricks has a first down. Penalty marker thrown back in the backfield. Hendricks going to be out of bounds at the 38-yard line, but I think it's coming back.
Yeah, you saw it too.
They're killing them on downfield blocks with the wide receivers. This is going to be about a 1st and 10 because it'll be from the spot of the foul, but it'll wipe a first down off the board. A big hold on the left side for the wide receivers for DeKalb.
Yeah, it was Rocco Carwile on that far side. It was the defender who got held up, and he just kind of threw his hands in the air, and it was pretty obvious on that far sideline.
So holding against DeKalb County.
Extra point is good for Anderson County, by the way. They lead by 1.
So it'll be a first down and kind of maybe 1st and 10 again for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's like Noah said, that penalty happened so far downfield that it just turns into pretty much no yardage, and you do get 1st and 10 still.
And DeKalb County's had a lot of those penalties tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, there's been a lot on both sides. But, yeah, DeKalb County, they're piling up for sure, and Livingston Academy would love to not have as many as they have.
John Hendricks staying in there at quarterback. will take the snap. Little end around coming here to Lyons. Lyons trying to find some room on the near side. Gets to the sideline. Lyons across the 30, across the 35.
Flag.
Penalty marker again. Thrown behind the play, and I think that's going to be a block in the back.
It absolutely is, or a hold. You can take your pick. And again, the wide receivers really struggling right now for the Tigers to maintain their blocks without holding.
Yeah, that time it was Cecil Ketchum that was downfield as he was trying to hold up the freshman Logan Sells and just kind of took him to the ground. And initially it was a really good block on the outside. It looked like it was Reed Mitchell that set, or Jesse Fouch that set the initial block to spring Ryan Lyons free. And then it was that second block by the receiver, Eric Ketchum, I should say, the running back that gets the penalty called. So back-to-back penalties now. But again, it's still a gain because it happened so far downfield. It turns into 1st and 7.
They've gained yards on two penalties.
So 1st and 7 for the Tigers offense. Hendricks with the running back to his left. He'll hand off now. Big hole there. Weitzel going to wrap up the tailback there. Cecil Ketchum, but a short gain on the play for Ketchum, and all of a sudden it's a 2nd down and short now for the Tigers offense.
And so the penalties, although you don't want them, they're happening downfield, so giving you some space to move still, and 2nd down and short, and you're still on schedule.
2nd and 2 now for the Tigers. They'll send 2 wide receivers left, one coming to the right. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter here in Smithville, and a 14-13 Livingston Academy lead. Livingston only 2 linebackers. That's what Coach Steve Trapp does to you. Forces you to play more defensive backs. Hendricks will fake. Hendricks will run. Steps out of bounds at about the 32-yard line and will move the chains after a 5-yard gain for the Tigers offense.
That's a smart run for John Hendricks. You only need a couple of yards. You get to that 32-yard line. You realize you're not going to get much more than that. You just step out of bounds, get the 1st down, get back out there on the field.
And you talk about that 2 linebacker set. It's the 4-2-5 defense. It's what we see all the colleges do on Saturday, more of that college-style system that Steve Trapp runs, and it just puts more speed on your defense.
Tied into the left side for Hendricks this time as they have one of these time-eating drives going right now to the Tigers. Livingston showing blitz, then backs out of it. Hendricks will hand off this time, and it's going to be a short gain for the Tigers. Is on the carry is Ketchum. He'll pick up a couple and set up a 2nd and 8.
And, Jacob, you've got a lot of people down here who would love for you to keep updating on that other game.
So
it's turned into a whole thing down here.
They just kicked – Anderson County kicked it off. A penalty was thrown on them. They enforced to re-kick it and are now kicking from the 35-yard line.
How is Alcoa going to end up winning this game by 21 points is my question, because that's usually what ends up happening.
No, they just got a return. They're bringing it back from their own 18 now.
We'll see.
Gets taken down at the 31.
2nd and 8 for DeKalb County. Hendricks will fake to Ketchum. Hendricks will keep off the left side. Hendricks, good gain on 2nd down. He'll take it up for about a pickup of 7 or 8 as he's going to be wrapped up there by Jordan Geist.
So Ocoa's got it. 1st and 10, 31-yard line, 1:23 to go.
And, by the way, it's officially cold. Officially.
Feels great up here in the press box.
Oh, is that nice? Is that good for you? I'm happy for you.
I wasn't going to do that to him, but
truly
I see you didn't mind it.
Hey, I'll be out there tomorrow, albeit at noon rather than
in the
at
sun and
9
just
p.m.
lifting it up.
3rd and 2 for the DeKalb County offense as they try to keep this drive going. Hendricks will fake it. Hendricks will lean forward, and I think he got enough for the 1st down. Kind of depends on the spot, and they give him a good one. A gain of 3 on the play will move the chains, and another 1st down for the Tigers.
That's another smart run by Hendricks. You just need a couple of yards, and now you're starting to see DeKalb County get this offense moving a little bit. They're either churning out these yardages, churning out plays, churning that clock down as well, and you get the stop defensively. Now the offense starting to hop on board.
1st and 10 Tigers from their 43-yard line as this ground game making a pretty fast-moving 3rd quarter, especially since DeKalb County's had possession. Hendricks will hand off this time to Ketchum. Ketchum cuts it up. Ketchum going to be wrapped up in a good open field tackle by Marius Birdsong after a gain of 6.
That was a tremendous tackle because he was the only guy that could make a play on Ketchum that time. It ends up being a 6-yard gain, so it works out for DeKalb County, but it could have been a lot more if Birdsong wasn't right there. Alcoa just got sacked as well. It's 3rd down.
Credit to the receivers on that one. We've been getting onto them a little bit because of the holding penalties. They got a nice double-team block on the outside that got some extra yards for the back around the edge.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say under a minute to go in that Alcoa game.
2nd and 5 for the DeKalb County offense. Weitzel showing blitz from his defensive back spot, as is Munoz. Play action from Hendricks. Hendricks gets away, throws sideline, pass caught on a good comeback pattern by the wide receiver over here. Making the catch is number 5, Jesse Fouch, and it will be a first down for the Tigers.
It's a great catch. We've seen some really nice plays in this football game so far tonight. Hendricks stringing that play out, and going with him is Jesse Fouch all the way to this near boundary line, able to toe tap the sideline, secures the football, and gets another first down. And now you're into Livingston Academy territory as well.
That was a well-designed blitz for Livingston. They kind of stunt White snap, and they get a defensive back off the edge. Hamilton or Hendricks read it nicely, rolls into the blitz, and then has a nice pass to the outside.
1st and 10 Tigers, their third first down on this drive. Hendricks rolling to the short side of the field, has blockers. Hendricks turns the corner, but is going to be spun out of bounds. That's Marius Birdsong again there. You're talking about a player that's improved from week 1 to now. Marius Birdsong has taken some huge steps for this Livingston Academy defense.
Yeah, absolutely. The junior DB that's getting a lot of playing time this season. Earlier on this season, very aggressive player in the back end of that defense, and now it's been a little bit more of a smarter player here, but is still making some really nice plays. Obviously had a great open field tackle on Cecil Ketchum, able to rush him out of bounds that time. He's been really solid for this Livingston Academy defense.
We're getting to the time where that pride that we talked about matters. It's frigidly cold. You're not playing for a playoff berth. It's a dogfight. Who wants it worse right now on this field?
2nd down and 7 for the DeKalb County offense as they continue to just grind out yardage right now. Hendricks being chased. Hendricks gets away. Hendricks tiptoes down the sideline. Hendricks spins there and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That's Cardenas there to push him out of bounds.
15 more incoming.
And a penalty marker thrown after the play is blown dead.
There's 2 flags.
Ooh.
They might be on the same thing. I don't know.
No, they're going to get we're going to get an unsportsmanlike on the sideline here for DeKalb County as one of the Tigers got involved in the pile, and we've got another flag behind the play.
So here is the initial signal, a personal foul against Livingston Academy.
And I am pretty sure Alcoa just turned it over on downs, by the way.
We have a personal foul during the play going against, both after the play is over. So one on Livingston for a late hit, and then one for what I talked about before. They're going to offset, and I believe the down's going to count here because they were both after the play, but don't quote me on that.
I misspoke on the Alcoa game. It is now 4th down for the game, essentially, with 47 seconds to play.
Well, that's going to be an earth-shattering result if that holds.
So it is a first down for DeKalb County at the Livingston 30-yard line. Clock stopped with 2:58.
They got a first down
to play in the third quarter.
And I know some people there are a lot of people who want to know what's going on in that game, so don't feel bad about the update.
They got a first down all the way out to the 43-yard line. They were on their own 12.
Uh-oh.
1st and 10 DeKalb County from the Livingston 30-yard line. Hendricks takes the snap. Livingston delayed blitz. They get some pressure. Hendricks rolls away from it. Hendricks now giving ground. Hendricks going to be sacked. That's Marius Birdsong that just kept him from throwing the football. That was like a volleyball block. Just kept it from getting out of the hands of Hendricks, and a huge loss for the Tigers.
He almost knocked the football away as Hendricks had it out in front of him for a moment. Birdsong, a great job and a great pursuit of the football that time. Takes him all the way back to the 43-yard line. A huge loss and a great job, like you said, on the delayed blitz. But Birdsong staying with him the whole time.
He absolutely did knock the ball out. Somehow Hendricks was able to grab it on his way to the ground. That was a disaster for DeKalb County. A big play. As Livingston, the adjustment, guys, is they are blitzing the daylights out of the Tigers.
Alcoa, by the way, clock running 15 seconds and counting. Going to have to clock the football here just to stop the clock. They have no timeouts remaining. 11 seconds to go. They're in the Anderson County 48-yard line.
2nd and 23 for DeKalb County. They throw near side, trying to connect over here with Hunter Locklear. Falls incomplete and sets up a 3rd and long for DeKalb County.
Maybe 2 plays remaining for Alcoa with 11 seconds from the 48.
Round 2 is about to get real interesting in this neck of the woods.
Well, what does that do now if they lose?
It sends Stone to Anderson County if they take care of business.
2.
Hey, congrats, Alcoa. If they win their first round game, you'll be on a mud pile in Baxter, Tennessee. and have to deal with Mr. Football on the other side. And Upperman, do they want to see Alcoa round 2? No. Do you want to see him on your place instead of on the road? Absolutely you do.
Where would you put everybody in Baxter at that football
Great question.
Yeah, they're going to be on top
question.
of the press box, on top of the field house, everywhere else.
3rd and 23 for the DeKalb County offense. Hendricks throws sideline, going to be caught, but the receiver had to leap to make the catch, and he'll fall down. Catch made by Reed Midget. Going to be a short gain, set up a 4th down, and about 20 for DeKalb County, even longer than that.
They just called a pass. Oh, the clock is running. Alcoa's got to snap it, otherwise the game's over. I don't know if they got the snap off in time. Anderson County celebrating like they won, and Anderson County has won. Final score 31 to 30. Alcoa couldn't get the snap off in time.
That is huge.
Wow.
I wonder when the last time they've lost in the regular season to anybody but Maryville.
Right. It's been a long time. That's a huge loss.
So it's 4th and 22. DeKalb County will punt the football away. Oh, that's a short punt. And Livingston will fall on it with Derek Munoz just getting on it at the 26-yard line where the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a really good job by Munoz as well, and realizes that it's close to hitting him. It may have touched him, so he just falls on top. But it also turns into a pretty good return there for Livingston Academy rather than letting it roll all the way back inside the 15.
They'll spot him at the 25-yard line where the Wildcats will have it.
Another score update from around the area. Innovation Academy up on Red Boiling Springs, 19-16 with 1:44 to go.
Good for RBS to battle in that football game. It's been a rough year and a lot to play for when you talk about next week. For them to battle, we'll see if they can have a comeback there.
So they spot at the 25-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for Livingston. Weitzel to the right of Adrian Jenkins. Livingston sends Carwile and Gentry to the right side. They're lined up one right behind the other with Gentry behind Carwile. The handoff will go to Weitzel. Weitzel can't find a hole to run through as closing it up there is number 20 for DeKalb County. That is Wyatt Carter on the tackle of Caden Weitzel after a gain of a yard.
Drew Goolsby and Cecil Ketchum got locked up in a block, and it went downfield about 5 yards. And pancake for Cecil Ketchum, but both of them just kind of a head nod afterwards. Play on.
Gain of a yard sets up a 2nd and 9 now for Livingston. Wildcats not in a lot of hurry right now with the clock running with 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter.
Do have to run a play. About 9-second differential between the play clock and the game clock.
2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Play clock down to 7 now for Livingston Academy. Handoff will go to Weitzel. Weitzel tries to bounce it outside. Caden turns it upfield, and he'll gain short yardage on the play, and that'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter as the clock continues to run. Give Weitzel a gain of 3, and the quarter will end right there after 3 complete. It is Livingston Academy 14, DeKalb County 13. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Overton County Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to serve our community. Christy Key, John Godwin, and Corey Nard are your local auto, home, and life insurance experts. Whatever your insurance need, they will work to find you a solution. Visit them at 7486 Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston or call them at 931-823-1322. Overton County Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to present Livingston Academy football all season long on UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Either team in that 3rd quarter keeps the lead for 1 for Livingston Academy as the Wildcats will come out to start the 4th quarter facing a 3rd down and call it 9 for the Wildcats offense from their own 27-yard line. It's more of a 3rd and 7. for Livingston Academy. Jenkins from the shotgun with Weitzel to his right. Trip receivers on the right side. They're going to send him out that way. Jenkins wanting to throw. They set up the screen to Goolsby in the middle. Goolsby tries to bounce it outside. He's going to be close to a first down on that little middle screen. So they kind of overloaded one side, then threw back the other way, and DeKalb County sniffed it out pretty well and stopped them a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, and Craig, you mentioned it about Alcoa last time losing in the regular season to somebody named other than Maryville. It was actually last year in week 1. They played Ravenwood week 1 and lost that game 27-17. Our friend Josh Scott helping us out with that one.
Wildcats keep the offense out there on 4th and 1. Will they go for it here with 11:20 to play in the fourth quarter? Play clock running with 15 seconds to play in the fourth. Jenkins staying out there. They're acting like they're going to go for it on 4th and a long one here from their 34-yard line. I don't think they will as play clock down to 1. Oh, they do snap it. Weitzel now will try to pick up the low snap, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. So they did try a little trickery, but the snap didn't get to where Weitzel could do anything with it, and DeKalb County holds.
And it almost looked like even Caden Weitzel was a little bit confused by that snap as well. I don't think they were expecting to snap that football. They end up snapping it away anyways. Weitzel tried to make something out of it, couldn't get the 2 yards they needed, and it turns into a DeKalb County football in great field position. And again, it's just a 1-point game here in the fourth quarter now.
And, I was watching the play clock. I wasn't sure that there was any time
coming
left.
Right down to it.
So it's 1st and 10 DeKalb County. Not an official turnover. They've gotten 3 of those, but that is a turnover on downs by the Wildcats offense. So Hendricks with a short field here as they take over at the Livingston 32-yard line. Hendricks, straight run here, cuts it back inside on a great cutback, just slides down. Mansell going to touch him down. They'll say he started his slide at the 31, so a very short gain for John Hendricks.
But I like what he's doing here as well. You already have great starting field position, and they did that on their last drive as well. I know it petered out, but you have good starting field position here. You've got that yardage in front of you. Just go down, get to the next down, and stay ahead of schedule.
Gain of 2 sets up a 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers offense. Hendricks takes the snap. He'll hand off this time to Ketchum. Ketchum gets a block, but great job fighting through that block by Caden Weitzel. That's not Ketchum. That's number 23, Gavin Frazier on the carry. And Caden Weitzel, great job taking on that blocker and getting away from it.
Well, DeKalb County coaches next to us in the box next to us, they're upset because they saw the avenue that we saw for Frazier. There was so much open grass in the middle of the field. If he cuts it back to the right side there, he may take it to the house.
So it's 3rd down and 3 for the DeKalb County offense, now trailing by 1 here early in the fourth quarter. Hendricks hands off to Frazier again, and he falls down, just slipped up, and he'll lose a yard on that play. So a huge play there for a loss to back them up. Maybe lost a couple on the play to set up a 4th and 5.
And so now with this Livingston Academy defense, we talked about it at halftime. They had a huge first half and getting some big stops in situations just like these with their backs against the wall have another opportunity.
Frazier stays in there as the tailback with Hendricks. Hendricks, long count again, takes the snap. Hendricks, straight drop, steps up in the pocket. He's throwing deep down the middle. He's got a man out there. Is it caught? There is no signal. It is caught. Touchdown DeKalb County, as they will score the touchdown from 28 yards out.
Ryan Lyons again.
Ryan Lyons with the catch from 28 yards on a great throw from John Hendricks.
And it almost looked like it didn't come out too cleanly for Hendricks out of the backfield initially, but it had plenty of air underneath it, and Ryan Lyons just runs underneath the football. Great job by Hendricks, great catch and run as well by Lyons, and you're able to get the touchdown now up by 5. They're going to go for 2 to try to take a 7-point lead.
They've been cutting outside the numbers as the timeout's going to be called here, needing a big play call by Steve Trapp. And guys, they've been double covering Ryan Lyons outside, pushing him out of the boundary this entire game. And DeKalb uses that aggressiveness against Livingston. He takes one false step left and then rips towards the middle of the field. And it was a really good ball by John Hendricks. He just needed to let Lyons run under it. And he ran under it, made the catch. A huge score for DeKalb County.
Noah, we got Coach Dodgen saying he's readily available for you in round 2 of the playoffs at Baxter if you need him.
Well, I will go ahead. The high school football game of the week next week, so not in 7 days, in 14 days, will be Upperman against Alcoa from Billy C. Rogers Stadium.
That's a state championship caliber matchup in round 2.
Legitimately could be the state championship game.
Absolutely.
It changes everything in the bracket, Alcoa losing that football game. And by the way, you know who the biggest winner tonight is? The Stone Memorial Panthers, Jacob.
Yeah, but now you got to go, if you win round 1, you got to go to Anderson County, who
I understand
just beat Alcoa, who had won 24 games in a row.
There's no doubt about it. And here's the reality. Here's the real culture shift. It's a free-for-all now.
Right.
It's not the bucket of teams. Everybody but Alcoa. Alcoa's in the bucket with the rest of those teams that we've been talking about.
We do have a final. Innovation Academy beats Red Boiling Springs 19-16.
2-point conversion attempt here by DeKalb County. Hendricks from the shotgun. Snap a little high. Hendricks wanting to run for it. Hendricks going to be tackled for a loss. Jordan Geist will stop that 2-point conversion. So with 9:15 to play in the game, the DeKalb County lead stays at 5. It's 19-14 here in Smithville. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home within Sparta city limits. This home has hardwood flooring, a 1-car garage, and a screened-in deck. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
DeKalb County with the big touchdown pass of 28 yards from Hendricks to Lyons, and I think for the first time, that, or maybe all night, that was the cleanest pocket that Hendricks has seen, and he just had room to step up and make that throw.
Yeah, finally had a little bit of time in the pocket, and he was looking downfield the whole way. And also, one of the first times that Ryan Lyons had one-on-one coverage. Livingston Academy had a couple of guys on him pretty much all game long. That time he gets in the one-on-one coverage, and he's able to burn the defender, get into the end zone. And now Ryan Lyons is putting together a heck of a football game. He's got the touchdown receiving, the kickoff return touchdown, and 2 interceptions already. He has been all over the field for DeKalb County tonight.
And one score update we haven't given tonight. It's Game 6 of the World Series, and the Dodgers lead Toronto 3-1 at the bottom of the 7th. Yamamoto is dealing for Los Angeles tonight.
Boo.
Caleb Gomez to kick off for DeKalb County. Gomez boots it deep to Watzel at the 9-yard line. Caden tries to find some room. A little burst of speed, but he's going to be wrapped up quickly on a big hit there by DeKalb County. That's number 4 making the play. Reed Midget on a huge tackle.
Hey, Jacob Vinson, what sport are we playing tonight?
They're playing football tonight.
Tackle football tonight. Let's go.
American football tonight. That was a heck of a hit by the freshman, and that's the thing for this DeKalb County team. They also have a couple of really talented freshmen, and Midget right there, one of them.
Yeah, you're talking about the area champs in middle school football last year. You give them a couple of years to develop a really good core of players here in Smithville.
So Livingston's offense back out there, but they're trailing now for the first time in the second half, 19-14 here in Smithville as the temperature continues to drop through the 30s now on this Halloween night. Watzel off the left side, just not as much room as there was in the first half. This DeKalb County defense seems just a little more energy here in the second half.
Hey, you can hear it from the coaches as well in the box next to us cheering on their team, and they're seeing what they want to see out of this DeKalb County defense. They've got the lead, and now that defense is stepping up and making some plays as well. Can Livingston Academy now respond?
Gain of a yard for Watzel, sets up 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats now. Gentry and Carlisle coming to the near side of the field. The football right in the middle of the field. Livingston long time game to play in from the sidelines. Play clock is down to 8 now as Jenkins sets them ready for play. Tight end to the right side is Goolsby. They'll fake to Watzel. Watzel to Goolsby on the little crossing pattern. Goolsby going to pick up a Wascon first down, taking it all the way up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 17 from Adrian Jenkins to Drew Goolsby.
I love that play call. Get that pocket moving for Adrian Jenkins on the run. Drew Goolsby going with him the whole way. And Goolsby's been really, really solid tonight for Livingston Academy. Another nice catch in the passing game and get you some breathing room all the way out to the 44-yard line.
3 catches in the second half for 60 yards for Drew Goolsby. He's got 67 on the night on 5 catches, so they're getting him involved a lot.
That's pretty good average in the second half, about 20 yards a catch.
That's not bad. 1st and 10, Livingston from their own 43-yard line, maybe the 44. Jenkins will hand off to Watzel. Watzel hit in the backfield, tackled in the backfield, lost on the play as DeKalb County again. Watzel kind of ran into one of his own blockers, and there was just no hole to get through there.
You know, guys, I know that was a negative play for Livingston offensively, but something I'm thinking about down here, how multiple these two teams are offensively. You see that last play, the play action bootleg with a little runner into the flat. You've seen some deep shots, the pump and goes, the inside zones, outside zones. It's a fun brand of football to watch. This has been a good game, and it's still very much up in the air.
No, I kind of told you about that. Even after watching this DeKalb County team against Upperman, they were doing some fun things offensively in that game, just couldn't convert some of the first downs, couldn't complete some of the passes. They're doing it tonight, and same thing for Livingston Academy, doing a lot of fun things.
Jenkins, play fake to Watzel. A little crossing pattern, intercepted. Picked off by DeKalb County. Tigers going down the far side. That is Fouch. Fouch is going to take it to the house on the pick 6. No, it's not Fouch. It is number 15, Cecil Ketchum. The pick 6 by Ketchum to score the touchdown for DeKalb County. 3rd interception of the night by the DeKalb County defense.
Yeah, and Jenkins had some pressure up the middle, had to get rid of it quickly, and he didn't see Ketchum. He was just kind of waiting underneath and steps up right in front, picks it off, and takes it all the way back, and that's where it helps. You got your running back kind of playing in that linebacker spot. He's able to pick it off and take it all the way back with a good amount of speed. And now for DeKalb County, you're up by 11, up by 2 scores. Now you kind of, depending on what you want to do here, you kick it, go up by 12, or go for 2 and try to go up by 13.
We've got a flag down after the play, but guys, this is another unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's on DeKalb County.
It is on DeKalb County. They're enforced it on the kickoff. But I think that was a design screen, and so that's why the pressure came so quick. But he jumped up. Cecil Ketchum read it perfectly. He was blitzing and then slammed the brakes right there. Adrian Jenkins never saw it. It's like it threw it straight to him, and then a great return, a cutback outside the numbers for Cecil Ketchum. And we wondered, would the explosiveness continue for DeKalb? It has. They haven't played perfect tonight, but they have had so many big explosive plays. It's the difference in the game.
They send Gomez out to attempt the extra point to make it a 12-point lead for DeKalb County. Snap a little high. They get the place down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's 6:57 to play in the 4th. The DeKalb County lead is 12. Tigers 26, Wildcats 14. You're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
So DeKalb County taking a bigger lead after the pick 6 by Cecil Ketchum. I saw the 5, thought it was 5. It was 15. Ketchum taking it in. With 6:57 to play in the 4th, the 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff will back it back to the 25. So Livingston should get pretty good field position, and there's a lot of time left on the clock.
Absolutely. This game's not over yet, and especially the way these two teams have been playing. Only down by 12 points, just a couple of scores for this Livingston Academy offense now. And you're going to get it in pretty good starting field position no matter what, as long as you're able to make a clean return here. Gomez has a pretty good kick. And
Goose is getting these people rolling.
He's
getting
that
the student section fired up down here. It's amazing how many more people look at me with this microphone in my hand on this sideline when DeKalb has the lead. They're starting to feel themselves down here a little bit. They've got the swagger jumping on the DeKalb sideline.
Gomez to kick off. for the Tigers. He'll angle it toward Gentry on this near side. Jesse fields it to the 29, to the 40. Jesse to the 50. Makes a man miss at the 45, to the 40. Gentry going to be pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That is Jesse Fouch there to push him out of bounds, but just like that, Jesse Gentry gives Livingston a chance to get back in it.
It's exactly what they needed. A huge return in plus territory into DeKalb County territory and inside the 30-yard line. If you can get a quick score, there's plenty of time left in this game with 6:49 still to go.
That move was nasty. He put his foot in the ground.
Can you do
and
that?
Left it. Yeah, easy. I do it all the time. The cameras just aren't on me. Me and Craig, we do it every week. We work on our drills outside.
The agility.
Yeah, we work on our agility drills. We
Part of the UCR workout.
Yeah,
program.
we get our ladders out. It's a whole thing.
It's amazing to see, isn't it?
It really is. They would have no clue we could do that, Craig.
Not a bit. Not a bit. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line for the Wildcats. Jenkins going to hand to Weitzel. The end around to Gentry. He's snowed under. Good defensive play there by number 21. That is Jared Hamilton there to wrap him up. And that was the 38-pitch Z reverse pass, and DeKalb County has seen it a lot, and they stiffed that one out for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, Jared Hamilton wasn't fooled whatsoever. He just runs straight into the backfield and meets Gentry and able to take him down. Gentry barely got hold of the football before Hamilton was able to meet him in the backfield for a big loss all the way back at the 35-yard line.
We talked about this being a who wants it more game. Now that these explosive plays have happened, DeKalb County feels like the team that may want it more right now. They are bouncing. Obviously, they have the lead, but they're starting through make some of those instinct plays that you have to make in a game like this.
So it's 2nd and 16 after the loss of 6 on first down by the Wildcats. Time becoming more of a factor. We're halfway through the 4th. Jenkins in trouble. Jenkins throwing on the run, just throws it away and incomplete to set up a 3rd and long now for the Wildcats.
I'm telling you, if I'm wearing black and gold right now, it's a pick 6. That was a perfect pass to me, guys. I mean, I'm cribbing it.
It's
all green grass in front of me.
It was all because of Hunter Buchanan on the pressure that time as well and able to get Jenkins out of the pocket. Nobody downfield. Great job by the DeKalb County defense and Noah McKay.
It's called lockdown. McKay Island over here. Don't even try. Don't even throw in my direction, man.
Doesn't even have to have
I don't need a
somebody
uniform.
to
I don't need
defend in
cleats.
front
I
of
don't
him.
need anything. Just don't even. You throw it over here, it's going 100 yards to the crib every time.
Well, you're only at the 20.
Yeah, well, I'm running through the back of the end zone.
Okay.
We don't drop it at the 1 over here.
DeKalb County jumps there to get 5 yards back as they're offside, so that'll set up a 3rd and 11 now for the Wildcats. So a pretty big penalty there to make this a little more manageable 3rd down.
Well, and you're in go-for-it territory at this point as well, down by the 12 points with 5:52 to go in the ball game. So that is a big penalty right there. Gets you a little bit closer to that 30-yard line. They were trying to shift a little bit on that right side of the line, and in doing so, just kind of came into that neutral area.
So Jenkins now on 3rd and 11, Carwile to the right side, 3 receivers to the left. They'll bring Gentry in motion. Snap goes to Jenkins. Jenkins under pressure. Jenkins throws complete to Weitzel, but he just can't come out of that cut, and he'll have the knee go down at the 33-yard line, or they said incomplete, so incomplete to set up a 4th down.
No, I think you saw the same thing I did.
Well, I saw it was the exact same play they ran earlier for a gain of about 15 yards. They brought that same motion, and DeKalb County knew it was coming too. Jenkins held on long enough to the possibility, but Weitzel just wasn't able to control it, dropped to the ground.
Yeah, just a little bit behind Weitzel that time, up by his shoulder, trying to corral it in and just couldn't haul it in. He had blockers out in front of him, and it looked like it could have been another big gain on 3rd down. Instead, it brings up 4th and a huge chance here for the DeKalb County defense to make a stand with 5:47 to go.
Got the feeling a game on the line here on this play for the Wildcats. Jenkins feels the low snap. Jenkins now wants to run. Now he'll throw complete to Goolsby. Goolsby, though, is going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage, right at the line of scrimmage, and DeKalb County will take over on downs on a big stop.
What a job. You get pressure with a 3-man rush. The linebackers sitting back, and then they bring the pressure as well afterwards as Jenkins steps up in the pocket. He tries to go to his left and his dump off and Drew Goolsby, but that was covered up well. I mean, this DeKalb County defense here in the second half, tale of 2 halves for the defense. And now on offense, you're up by 12. Try to run this clock down as much as you can and get out of here with a win on senior night.
And that's what they're really good at. They can burn some clock.
And they've been running the football more here in this second half, too, using a lot of that clock, like you said.
So it's 1st and 10 Tigers. They're at their own 30-yard line. Maybe the 29 is kind of between the 29 and 30. Hendricks back out there at quarterback for DeKalb County. Will take the snap. He'll hand off to Ketchum. Ketchum has some room. Ketchum to midfield. It's a foot race. Ketchum. Gentry has an angle. Can he catch Ketchum? He cannot.
Sayonara. See you later.
That is a huge run. Cecil Ketchum gets the interception return for a touchdown. Now he goes 70 yards for the touchdown run.
Well, Noah, you and I were talking in between the break who we wanted to pick for the Nelson Trophy. It's Green Princeton player of the game.
My friend. It just changed.
It's yeah. It's getting, there's a couple of guys up there, and Cecil Ketchum definitely making his case with a huge run there to put DeKalb County maybe up for good with 5.5 to go in the football game.
It's an entirely different sideline right here. Even when it was closer earlier, it's pretty quiet. They are bouncing right now as DeKalb County looks like they're closing in on a big momentum building win into the offseason here.
Caleb Gomez to attempt the extra point. The place is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 5:28 to play in the game, it's DeKalb County 33, Livingston Academy 14, 32-14. I thought they didn't put the extra point up. It's 32-14 as you're watching high school football presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Shabby UCR Media Network. It is
DeKalb is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Cecil Ketchum with a 70-yard touchdown run. I'm as unofficial as anybody can be on stats, but unofficially, that is 8 carries, 100 yards in the touchdown for Cecil Ketchum.
Pretty good for the junior back, who has been really, really solid tonight. Him and his junior counterpart, Ryan Lyons, have been nothing short of spectacular here on senior night in leading their seniors possibly to victory. And right now for DeKalb County, they're on a 5-game winning streak against this Livingston Academy team going all the way back to 2019. That's the last time Livingston Academy was able to win a game in this series. There's a big kick right there from Gomez.
Gomez boots it all the way to the 2. Gentry on the return, and he's going to be up across the 20 to the 22, and that's a huge weapon if you've got that as a high school team.
That's the deepest one we've seen so far tonight, and so everybody's feeling it out there on the field, including Caleb Gomez. He's a senior, also plays defensive back, so he's out there quite a bit tonight.
And I think you're going to get – we'll see what the plan is on senior night now, because the outcome, barring a really quick score, is going to be no longer in doubt in a hurry here. You may see a lot of seniors.
Livingston Academy comes back out after the score by DeKalb County on the long run, puts them ahead 33-14 as Jenkins for the Wildcats will take the snap. Adrian wanting to throw. He'll throw near side, tried to hit Barnes. Barnes leaps up to make the grab, and Baylor Barnes with the leaping catch to pick up about 4.
Ends up being just about a gain of a yard, but it was a heck of a catch there for Barnes, who has the sky in the air to bring that one down. And Baylor Barnes, he's obviously, you're going to know his name pretty well, just a freshman for this Wildcat squad.
Yeah, only a gain of a yard as Jenkins now will roll out. Jenkins has to avoid the official. He'll throw on the sideline, just throwing it away, and it falls incomplete to set up a 3rd down now for the Wildcats.
And he was looking for Rocco Carwile there at the first down marker, and had 2 defenders on the back end of him as well, so just throws it out of bounds and trying to get to that 3rd down, see another down.
Guys, Caleb Qualls talked about the need to start fast in the second half, get the first score. Well, DeKalb County did that, and you've seen it, exactly why the coach talked about it, because they have use that momentum to propel them, and they are playing with a ton of energy right now.
20 points in the second half for the Tigers. Blitz coming. Livingston picks it up. Going to be complete on the far side as Jenkins gets it complete to Gentry over there.
Hopefully he's okay. He got his legs undercut from him.
Yeah, it was Ryan Lyons on the tackle there. That was a heck of a tackle. It cuts him down short of the first down as well. It keeps him about a yard shy of that first down marker to bring up fourth down.
Jesse Gentry sets him up with 4th and 1. Clock running with 4:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Possession down here. The Wildcats keep the offense out there. Watzel to the left of Jenkins. Watzel will take the handoff from Jenkins. He's going to be short. DeKalb County stopped them again on 4th down. That is number 57 in there for DeKalb County. Isaac Hanna along with number 14, Hunter Buchanan, there to wrap up Watzel for a loss.
Another one of those seniors getting in on there on the tackle with Isaac Hanna, like you said. And the defensive coaches for DeKalb County, or the coaches up here in the box, they realize, well, what time it is now. They're heading down to the field to celebrate with their team with 4:06 to go in this football game. The offense trotting back out there. This has been a huge second half for this DeKalb County team. Down by a score, down by a point at halftime, and it has been a completely different second half for the Tigers.
Remember to stick around postgame. I'll be joined by the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game and the head coach of the winning team. So we'll have much more to come postgame.
1st and 10 DeKalb County after the turnover on downs. Jenkins going to keep it. Jenkins bounces outside. Jenkins going to be tackled there by Goolsby. A little bit short of the first down, but Jenkins still running the football very well Hendricks running the football very well from the quarterback spot.
Yeah, he sure did. Another pickup of 8 yards that time on the keeper, just right up the middle, and another good chunk gain. Keeps that clock rolling. Under 4 minutes to go now in the football game. And obviously, the score is what it is, but now you're just looking for a little bit of insurance. And you're trying to turn this into almost a blowout, essentially, if you can get up to 40 on the board.
John Hendricks, I've got him unofficially with 80 yards as Hendricks will take the snap. He'll hand off to the running back. He'll be close to a first down, as it's going to be very close there for DeKalb County's Gavin Frazier, as he's just going to be a little bit short, it looks like.
Really, guys, the only difference in this game has been the explosive plays. DeKalb County has significantly more explosive. Livingston had the long one to Rocco Carwile, but hasn't been a whole lot of sledding in between the tackles for either team, but when a team is needed to bust a big one, that's what DeKalb County has done consistently tonight.
And how differently have we talked? We were talking so much about that Livingston Academy defense at halftime, and now DeKalb County has a chance to put 40 on the board in this football game after having 13 at halftime.
Whistle stop play and
the flag. Play clock?
No, this is one of the linemen put his hand on the ground and then picked it up. It wasn't a blatant, where it would appear like a false start, but it is.
So that's a huge play, really. That backs them up 5 yards. But if they run the clock, that's another 40 seconds go, another 25 seconds go.
Yeah, it sure is. You mentioned it is the offensive penalty, so they can just keep running that clock down once the white hat says it's good to go. So now the clock will continue to run, 2:37 and counting, and the play clock at 22, so they just reset it to 25. But, you still get that extra 25 seconds you can run down. But, again, I think they're more worried about just trying to get some more of those seniors involved here late in the game.
Hendricks from the shotgun. 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers offense. High snap. He's able to get to it. They'll hand off to the running back again. Short gain this time again for Frazier, and it's going to be a 4th down now for DeKalb County, a 4th down to about 4.
And that's the freshman. Frazier started the game at that running back spot, and he had some nice carries. Cecil Ketchum has come in and obviously already ran for a touchdown just a drive ago. He has been really good in the backfield as well. So got a couple of different guys they can go to in the backfield. And then Hendricks, pretty good runner of the football, too, with the quarterback spot.
They can take this down to almost a minute 20, about a minute 21 before they have to snap it if they want to.
Yeah, 1 first down, this one's over.
4th down and 4. Hendricks, the play clock going under 10 now for the Tigers. Hendricks takes the snap. He's going to run with it. They'll pull that left guard, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Goolsby, short of the first down. So Livingston holds DeKalb County on 4th down, and the Wildcats will take over now after the turnover on downs.
Credit to Livingston Academy. Your back's against the wall, and you come out there and able to get a stop, get your offense back out there, and a game that is pretty much over with at this point with just 1:18 to go. But a nice job by that defense to at least get one more stop in this football game and keep playing hard.
So Livingston coming back out on offense, 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage from the 24-yard line with the Wildcats. See how Coach Qualls plays this one here as Jenkins stays in at the quarterback spot. Weitzel remains the running back. Slow snap. Weitzel going to field it on the ground. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Rolled back to him, and DeKalb County is going to tackle him for a loss. That's number 21 back there, Jared Hamilton, along with number 50, Cameron Ramsey, rather not number 50, Aiden Summers in there. Well, I'll get the right one in a minute, Jacob. Blaine Atnip makes the tackle for DeKalb County.
Well, and Rocco Carwile comes off here. Rob Keenan now coming on, and a senior for a senior there here late in this football game. And hadn't seen a snap like that all game long from the Wildcats, as that one, like you said, just kind of rolled on the turf.
Handoff will go to Weitzel. Weitzel going to be tackled for a loss again. DeKalb County just gained that penetration, and they'll bring him down for a loss of a couple on that play.
They'll bring in Brody Walker as well, another senior for possibly this final play of the football game, and they'll run on another Wildcat there late as he trots his way onto the field on the left side of the formation over there.
And clock runs with 17 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. They may not be going to run another play as Livingston just sees the clock continue to run. They're not going to line up, and that's going to be the final score. I think it is, yes. As time runs out, DeKalb County, after trailing by 1 at the end of the first half, the Tigers outscore the Wildcats 20-0 in the second half to take a 33-14 win against Livingston Academy. That's going to wrap up the game part of our coverage, as we'll have our post-game show coming up in just a moment, brought to you by Livingston Regional Hospital. You're watching high school football, presented by Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Back here at DeKalb County High School, time now for a post-game show brought to you by Livingston Regional Hospital. As DeKalb County a 20-0 second half to get the 33-14 win over Livingston Academy. And just here at home on senior night, a little more emotion on the side of DeKalb County, and they use that to trying to propel them to the win.
Absolutely. Obviously, the students down there celebrating with their student classmates in the team as well in DeKalb County. I mean, obviously, we talked about it. You're not playing for the playoffs, so you're playing to finish out the season with a win, and especially for those seniors on senior night, a final record of 4-6 for these DeKalb County Tigers. They get the one region win against Livingston Academy, who falls to 5-5 on the season and 0-5 in region play. But what a second half for DeKalb County, down 14-13 at halftime. So much talk for Livingston Academy's defense, and rightfully so at halftime. It was DeKalb County's defense in the second half. You get the pick six from Cecil Ketchum, get the long run from Cecil Ketchum as well. They get a couple of stops and a turnover on downs by Livingston Academy. Tremendous response at a halftime for those Tigers here on their home field.
Yeah, we talked about Livingston having a lot of seniors. This was senior night, and they recognized them. DeKalb County had a lot of seniors out there as well for this football team.
Yeah, 12 seniors for this DeKalb County team. And no, obviously you're down there. You can kind of see and hear a lot of this emotion down there on the field. It doesn't technically mean anything, but it means a lot to those guys down there on the field.
Yeah, don't tell anybody in the stadium it didn't mean anything. I was going to say credit to both teams, because in a whole night on, a field that actually held up pretty well, but a wet field with nothing on the line postseason-wise, you showed why high school football is such a special sport and why high school sports are so special, because these were two teams putting their bodies on the line tonight in a dangerous game, and both of them did. It was a high-energy, high-effort game, and I know the final score was lopsided, but it was very much in doubt till, 5 minutes to go in the game tonight.
Absolutely.
It was a really fun football game. Livingston, they're moving in the correct direction, no doubt about it. And DeKalb County, we mentioned, got kind of embarrassed last year in Week 11 against a really good football team, but didn't have a great effort. Can't say that tonight. A tremendous effort for the Tigers here this evening.
And for Livingston Academy, to your point, 3 wins 2 years ago, 4 wins last year, 5 wins this year. They're stacking the wins. They're getting better and better. The next step, you got to get a couple of region wins, and they were close this year. Obviously, it was the White County game, and it was a very late one in Macon County. They come back and fall late, and even here in this one, they have a lead at halftime. Second half just kind of gets away from them late, but this Livingston Academy team and Coach Qualls definitely on the right trajectory going into next season and the next few years to come.
Well, actually, it was 14-13 at the end of the third quarter, so a 20 nothing,
big
20-point fourth quarter for DeKalb County.
And as we continue on here in the Livingston Regional Hospital post-game show,
I got you now, guys. Sorry about that.
Noah's going to be joined by head coach Steve Trapp and the junior. We'll tell you which junior coming up. I can tell you. Ryan Lyons is going to be our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. A tremendous game for him. He had a couple of interceptions, the receiving touchdown, and the kickoff return for a touchdown as well. It was between him and Cecil Ketchum, both the juniors, some really, really big games, and especially for Ketchum there in the fourth quarter. But Ryan Lyons is going to be your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. So Noah will be joined by him and Coach Trapp coming up after they break their huddle there. But what a win here in the final regular season game of the year for the Tigers.
It really is, and that's something about Coach Trapp. He gets the most out of his players even when there's nothing to play for. He finds a way to make them play hard for him, and that's just a sign of a great coach, a guy that's been here a long time for DeKalb County, and he's just one of the good guys around coaching,
Absolutely.
too, is Coach Steve Trapp.
He's so much fun to talk to. Started all the way back in 2005, and we got a chance to talk with him in the season preview series. Does everything for this football program, taking care of the field, taking care of the facilities, building up this great facility here at DeKalb County. I mean, just an awesome guy, and I know Noah's going to be excited to get to talk to him here in the postgame here shortly once he makes his way through the pile of people and the students down there on the field as well. Him and Ryan Lyons will make his way over to Noah, and we'll hear their thoughts on the win here on senior night tonight, and a big win for the Tigers. And mentioned it, we got a big day tomorrow as Tennessee Tech going to take on Gardner-Webb. You can listen to that game on 106.1 The Eagle. Noah, Justin up in the booth. I'll be down on the sideline with the Golden Eagles. It's a big game for the Golden Eagles, the number 8 team in the nation in FCS, and this is the one they need to win, and they need to win big to look good on that resume coming up a little bit later on. Next week, we've got some basketball interviews on the way. Of course, we'll have the UCR football and basketball show on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, presented by Fire and Vine. And then it is round 1 of the playoffs, and should be some fun football games. Looking like 4 broadcast games coming up next Friday, a week from today, in round 1 of the playoffs. As Coach Trapp has made his way over to Noah, they'll get Ryan Lyons as well. And then Noah will be joined by the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game as he gets the UCR chain on. And Noah McKay will have the post-game interview with Ryan Lyons.
Right up there. I'm here with the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, Ryan Lyons. Ryan, you did a little bit of everything tonight. Kickoff return for a touchdown, couple of interceptions. I literally lost track of everything you did. How important was it for you guys tonight to come out and send this season off in a good way with a big region victory?
It was really big. We played hard. We executed hard. We just had our eyes right and just played hard. We knew it was our last game. We knew it was our coach's last game, so we just came out here to play hard.
You talked about playing hard, and we had talked all week. The team that wanted it more was the team, but then you guys had so many explosive plays, not just you. Cecil with the huge run. What was the key for you guys tonight to be able to have those explosive plays, and how fun is it to be able to make leaping interceptions and those long runs that you had?
I mean, it's fun, but, our coach just had a big, long speech before the game, like, who wants it more? Our last game, we're both not making the playoffs, so just who wants it more?
Absolutely. Well, one of the top players in the Upper Cumberland, Ryan Lyons, Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Ryan, congrats. Great job tonight. Absolutely. You can give the chain back to Goose, and we'll welcome in his head coach, one of the longest tenured head coaches in the Upper Cumberland, Steve Trapp. Coach, congratulations. Your team gets a win. We talked before the game. A game that came down to pure effort. Your guys certainly had that, particularly in the second half. Walk me through the emotions that you're feeling right now.
I'm just proud of them. I mean, we showed glimpses of what we've been doing all year long as far as the mistakes and the inconsistencies and the good play all wrapped up. But, in the end, it kind of clicked for us, and, they did what we've wanted all year long. Just needed more of it, the consistency of it. So I'm just proud that, these seniors, very often you get the chance to win your last game unless you're playing in a championship, So story I told them before, in our meal before the game was, my last high school game, I was more worried about who I was riding home with than actually the game. But I did play another game when I was 38, an alumni game, and we won. So, but happy for those guys, and that it's a memory that they'll have forever.
A game in which there are no postseason implications, and yet the sideline was absolutely bouncing. Is that a statement to kind of the makeup of the kids that they were still able to come out here and play to that level without those implications sitting on the other side?
Well, I mean, the one thing that, I've always preached is, it's sometimes games have more implications to them. Sometimes they don't, but no matter what, it's still a game, and there's a certain way it needs to be played, a certain mindset that needs to be had, and that's the one thing I've tried to instill in every player that I've had. It takes what it takes, and if we get motivation from circumstances, then we talk to them being about discipline instead of motivated, because if you don't eat your Snickers bar, you're probably not very motivated, so that can be fleeting. But again, just happy that they get to walk off this field the last time and feel that emotion, and I'm just proud of them.
You were able to open up the toolbox. You have the reverse on the first kickoff, then you get on the next kickoff. You had all sorts of different plays. Was that something you knowing kind of almost anything this evening?
Well, that's part of it. They've been there all year, and we've had those in other games and opportunities and stuff like that. And Livingston's been a team that's run a bunch of those this year as well. So, like I said, there's nothing to lose, so might as well use it all.
Absolutely, well, Coach. Great at the time.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely, Steve Trapp with a victory tonight in their final regular season game for DeKalb County. Jacob and Craig, we'll send it back to you to wrap things up.
Well, thank you so much, Noah. Down on the field with head coach Steve Trapp of the DeKalb County Tigers. A big win for the Tigers, 33-14. And Craig, big finish to the season here in the regular season. Regular season's in the books in the Upper Cumberland, and what a football game to finish it off.
It's a great one by DeKalb County. Livingston had moments, and they stayed in it through three quarters, but DeKalb County able to finish it well. And now the time for the gold trophy takes place now. You start the playoffs next week, and it's winner go home, so it means something more next week.
Absolutely, and it should be a lot of fun, and a lot of fun on the broadcast tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Noah was out here. Goose was out here. He's got a lot of post-game coverage coming to the website and to the social media channels, so make sure you tune it in for that.
That's right. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight, and I guess we're finished. That's good. That's going to wrap it up. DeKalb County wins it by a final score of 33-14 here on senior night for their final regular season game, final game of the season for both these teams, and that's going to wrap it up for us. The postseason begins next week. Join us here on UCR for a ton of games coming up throughout the postseason. We'll be there to follow all the area teams, as that's going to wrap it up as we say good night from Smithville, Tennessee.